Chai! Now wow, people wey supposed talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. Can in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. This one not they off in mind, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Poor man picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This man not the off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Aha. Na him una don. Maiyegun la wa mo, la mo do. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun la wa mo, la mo do. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í kó níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Maiyegun Live.
Maiyegun diary Politico.
Maiyegun diary number one.
Godfatherism, kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun.
Maiyegun diary.
As you are joining the broadcast, share the broadcast. Invite others, invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends and tell them that Maiyegun is here and we have a talk. We get gists. Share the broadcast.
Ani esunraki.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Tell them.
Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú esunraki.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ani esunraki.
Maiyegun ti dé.
I have like 2 gists or more for you tonight. The first one is the reactions of people to the endorsement of Tinubu by the Yoruba movie makers, the Nollywood actors. But it's not new. And yeah, they have the right to support whoever they want, just like you are also doing right now. But there is more to that. Also tonight, from the snippet from the grapevine, we can see that it be like say Atiku's ticket that they used enough dollars to purchase is about to cut. Fayose and the rest are now singing a different tunes. As we speak, some things are beginning to come to light as well. So if you have your time with me tonight, and you would probably would love to share that as well, then share the broadcast. Say.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Ayé sọ́ra kì í. Òkúra olóṣèlú. Ayé sọ́ra kì í. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ sọ́ra kì í. Ayé sọ́ra kì í. Maiyegun ti pé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí.
Mo fẹ́ fi àsìkò yìí kí aṣíwájú wa Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu pé wọ́n kú wípé. Kò sí ẹni tí ó yẹ lásìkò yìí láti gbé àsíá ẹgbẹ́ APC bí kò ṣe àkànbí ọmọ olódo ìbẹ̀rẹ̀.
Pẹ̀lú àtìlẹ́yìn Ọlọ́run
àti àfọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ ọmọ Nàìjíríà rèé.
Ipò ààrẹ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà yìí.
Ó ti ṣe é ṣe.
Ó dẹ̀ dá wa lójú wípé
Ìtẹ̀síwájú ọ̀tún adé borílẹ̀-èdè wa.
nítorí kíni.
Aṣáájú kájọ akíkanjú ni ọ̀mọ̀wé ni. Pẹ̀lú ìrírí tó péye. Ìmọ̀ àti òye.
Láti darí àwa ọmọ Nàìjíríà.
Dé ilẹ̀ ìlérí.
Araba ní bàbá.
Ẹni abálábà ní bàbá.
Aṣíwájú Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu ni.
Òun gangan ni.
Òun ló kàn.
Nítorí wípé òun ló tó gbangba sùn lọ́yẹ̀. Aṣíwájú Bọ́lá
Ahmed Tinubu. Àkànbí ọmọ olódò dẹ.
Jìjàgàbá.
Tinubu for president.
Ohun ọ̀run ti gbọ́, ó ti rí bẹ́ẹ̀, ó ti ṣẹ bẹ́ẹ̀.
This message is from the League of Actors 2023.
It is their right to, before you begin to tear cloth, before you begin to speak grammar, I want you to calm down first. Okay? Calm down first. It is their right to say they are endorsing this person or they are voting for that person or this and that as it is there. But there is more. In the last 7 years alone, this group of people, let's start from 2012. Oh, sorry. 2012. In 2012, this crop of actors were mobilized in order to give a bit of, legitimacy kind of to the protest of 2012, the subsidy protest. And because many of them have always been in the payroll of the politicians themselves, right? So they were easily controlled, just like many, many other people who are also scared of poverty. So in 2012, they were mobilized to end their fuel subsidy. The organizers of that protest was no other than Tinubu and his gang. Now, fast forward to 2015. As a follow-up to good governance, according to them, right? They decided to pitch their tents with Bukwari Oshibajo 2015. According to them, you see, they make movies. They tell stories, according to them, stories that has to do with everyday lives of the people. How politicians are corrupt, how they are devilish, how they, that stuff. But when an opportunity presented itself for them, they quickly joined the feeding feast. So, in 2015, they supported change with all their chest because Tinubu asked them. Now, in 7 years, as many Nigerians have paid the supreme prices for welcoming APC into their lives. People died, people lost everything, you know. People couldn't afford to feed, they couldn't afford to pay for medical bills, they couldn't afford their children's school fees, they couldn't afford to live normally anymore. As the people were feeling the brunt of the consequences of their political choice, this guide of actors, they were not left out too. As everything don't travailler, as they say, everything don't collapse, they are not spared. In 7 years, many of them have died ridiculously, shamelessly. They have died in some dignifying ways. Yes, we have seen some of those actors. Many of them didn't join these ones, and some also who joined them. In 7 years, they died miserably because they couldn't afford a real medical care right there in Nigeria, where Tinubu, Oshibade, Pastor Ruga, Bukwari, and the rest of all those rogues that they endorse. So, to me, it is their right. You shouldn't condemn them. You should just let them know that they are doing more damages to an already damaged system by their own selfishness, because that didn't come cheap. The endorsement didn't come from the place of they can do it. No. It's coming from the place of patronage. They died. Baba Suwe died. Like that one. If you know Baba Suwe, Baba Tunde Omidino, is so what's the record? I say now infatuated, is so obsessed with Tinubu that in his movies he referred to Tinubu as his own brother. Aburo mi, Bola aburo mi omolodo de. Because of the peanuts they give to them, forgetting the fact that if these guys were genuinely artists who count well on their own sweat, they would never stoop so low and start dancing shamelessly, making video of such for a failed political party led by a failed shaky Atole. But again, it is their choice. Let them keep making those choices. Baba Suwe died miserably. It was a hero to many of us, like, a hero-like figure for many of us who grew up in the 90s. Baba Suwe and so many other comedians like that. They died wretchedly. They died miserably. Guess what? Anyone can fall sick, yeah? Majority of those people who are jumping up and down, Omolodo de, Omolodo ba, ete sibe, can you call those nonsense? Majority of them, they are just one sickness away from poverty. It's not that they are hungry, do you understand? Don't think, I've told you that the poverty in Nigeria is mainly not always. The poverty in Nigeria is not always about not having money to eat, not having money, or not having this or that. No. Most of the poverty in Nigeria is mental poverty, psychological poverty, poverty of the mind. You see, in order, because majority of those who support all this madness, they are supporting because they just have to. If they don't, they are just a single step away from poverty. One single sickness. Shebi, you are watching all their movies until they will now come out here and start saying, artists are not helping themselves. They are supposed to be raising money for them. One sickness away from poverty. One single sickness away from poverty. You see that Alakwini Osha. Yahweh, you see Yahweh, you see all of them. They are just a single sickness, a single health issue away from poverty, because the system they are telling you that they have made better is the same system that couldn't take care of their colleagues who died miserably. The Jotun Fulu, a Yoruba man in Lagos as well. The Jotun Fulu. You see, you will see these guys, artists that are living fake lives. Bunch of beggars most of the time. Miserly or poorly rewarded for their crafts. Most of the crafts are actually like a nonsense anyway. They are part of those who messed up our brains, messed up our minds, and then made us believe that there is some certain spirit, there's some certain evil spirit here and there that is making life difficult for us, not knowing that the real evil spirit that is making life difficult for an average person in that land, in that Nigeria, is no other than the politicians who steal your inheritance. All these quack actors and actresses now, not be them, they do all the movies where they tell us, say, village people, they do us. Meanwhile, politicians who failed to equip hospitals, politicians who failed to pay the pensioners, who failed to pay the workers, who failed to construct the road, politicians who failed to actually justify the taxes you paid. They are not seen as the evil spirit. Now, this bunch of quacks. So, again, it is out of the state of sorry state of what Nigeria has become. You see those who make it look like they mean well, and that's why, and when they don't, and that's why they say that may our next decision not be determined by where our next meal is coming from. You see, if I want to say something right now, if I get to a stage where I have to be very careful, because what I say could determine if I'm going to actually feed tomorrow or I'm not going to feed, then I will have to be careful, won't I? So it's now left for you. It's left for you to see if you want to take the advice or not. But just like all the people who are also like jumping up for APC, jumping up for people destroying people, and the rest of that, yeah, the consequences is the same. Yeah, the consequences are the same. From 1960, they have been telling you the same thing again and again. And you go, if they ever have you line up to go and vote for an election, you just have to go there and line up for the same thing you have been lining up for since 1960, stable electricity. Do you get that now? Stable electricity, good health care, education, and so many other, other nonsense that have become generational. So whatever it is that plays out, yeah, it is yours to know that any decision you make, you are going to be responsible for it. I like people who want to be responsible. The last time when they said that Nigeria unity is non-negotiable. However, PDP, Egbekegbe as well, they are brought in APC, the jihadists, now going to rescue you from them. So Atiku came on and they started spending these their dollars, real and fake. Then the Atiku managed to, he managed to outplay others. And now that seems to be playing back now. I'm going to start with Ortom. Because you see that ticket, that dollarized ticket that Atiku said they bought in PDP. If like say the ticket won't cut now. No be me, a demo. So Ortom started talking, and he said, at first, the first one that caught my attention is this, before I get to that part of their ticket or no ticket, this one.
Why should you just send calls to Wike? Why can't you go to him? But you have offended him.
Let me give you the background. You know how they played with a Wike? With a Wike spent over 400 billion naira. That is nearly $1 billion to be the PDP presidential. It was so confident. All of the South locked down for him, according to him. South is locked down for him. And you see, Shokoto, where his friend Tambua reigns, right? Plus here and there and all of that, Atiku stood no chance. But they played him. So when they played him, he said in one of his statements after that, their bogus Congress and dollarized Congress, Abi. Wike said when he sat there and he saw how the game played, he wanted to stand up and go and stop the entire thing. But he just felt like, no, it doesn't really matter. There's no need for that. So he sat back and let Atiku and his dollar walk over with the Wike's dollar. So the following day, Atiku, who wanted to play a smart one in his own mind, now brought in PDP governors and some other people, 17 people. And he said, for unity, for peace, I want you to recommend the vice president for me. So 17 people now sat. 14 of them now recommended Wike. And since Atiku, and many of you who saw Wike before the primary, PDP primaries, who go make Wike in own vice, especially Atiku, that frustrated Obasanjo as vice president. Go come welcome with a Wike person, you know what I mean? So they told him, they said they recommended Wike. Okay, Wike should be your vice. Immediately Atiku heard that, he dropped the name and he picked Okowa. Since then, it can't be difficult to get the South to work with Wike, to work with Atiku in the presidential. So now that is now coming together because Fayose came out just yesterday and he said Yoruba, South Lokan, which means for those who know Fayose, Tinubu, and all of the Ajele agenda in Yoruba land, you will know that Fayose and Tinubu, they are 5 and 6. Sure, you know. If you don't get it, forget about it. Now, Fayose don't come out that nothing like Northern presidency. And he was supposed to be supporting Atiku. They were supposed to be united, Mr. Unifier. Atiku, the unifier from Dubai. Now, as we speak, picked Okowa. Another person don't join. And that person is Ortom. You know the guy they talk well. The guy when they pay salary. Imagine, this Ortom, where they go talk, we go make you feel like, yes, good one, governor. The guy they pay salary anywhere in Benue State. Nigeria is done for.
Why should you just send calls to Wike? Why can't you go to him? But you have offended him. But if Wike is a pillar of this party. Governor. Answer what? When you are not, how will you answer? Why can't they go to him? When people ran away from this party, Wike was on ground. Wike was the one that brought me to PDP. He brought me back. Injustice was done to me in 2015. It was Wike that came here and convinced me to come back to PDP. I came to PDP, we are working, and you do injustice to him, and you think he will keep quiet? This is not fair. Me, I believe in justice, equity, fairness. But when you do the other ones that are wrong, it's not correct. It is not enough to say you put a call to him. It is an insult to put a call to him. You go to him. The party leadership at the national level should go to Wike and appeal to him. Wike is a pillar of this party. Everybody knows. Wike was second to Atiku, Atiku should go to him. But it is unfair to say that you just put a call to Wike without making this. I have no problem with Okoa. Okoa is my friend. But Wike would have been consulted. He would have been spoken to. So that we can work towards. Everybody must not be in position now. We must not all be there. But the truth is that Wike would have been consulted in the first place, even before the announcement was made, because, like I said, 17 people out of that, 14 people say that.
14 people endorsed Wike. Atiku dropped Wike, picked another person. Now, it can't be difficult now. Who go come now join Atiku campaign? No. That's not just that. There's also something he had to say about this Bokwari. Something he's been saying all the time. You know the casualties of the Fulani terrorism in Fulani armed terrorism in Benue State, right? He added something too in that interview.
He's from Senegal, he's from Cameroon, he's from all over the place, trying to ensure that the indigenous people of this country do not have a say, that the Fulanis have a say. We are not against Fulani people. In government here in Benue State, I have Fulani people who are in my government. I have no issue about Fulanis, indigenous people. Everybody in this country, in Nigeria, comes from somewhere. Even the 3 people where I govern today as governor, they come from somewhere. But we have settled. Today, because of the rise in population, there is nowhere you can say that the 3 people or Benue people should leave Benue State to go to Cameroon. Where is the land? To go to where? Where is the land? And so, this is the main problem that we're having in this country. If this government will appreciate and stop deceit against the people, we shall all work as a team. Nigerians, wherever we come, let us cohabit and live together. But where a particular ethnic group wants to take over the country and make some of us slaves, I can never be a slave to anyone. It is better I die and not be alive. I cannot be a slave to any Fulani man. Fulani should live their life. The Tea people should live their life. The Yoruba people should live their life. Hausa people should live their life. Every other person should live their life. But not making me your slave. The matter of slave trade is gone. And all of us must focus and work together to ensure that we live.
You go pity the guy. You see that same guy, Ortom, that is talking, There is fatwa on his head, though. Yes, there is fatwa on his head. He's been declared wanted by the terrorists themselves, the Fulani terrorists. They said they are waiting for him to stop being governor, then they will come for him. But he added something as well, something that many of those who parade themselves as executive governors, even from Eastern Nigeria, they don't have the liver to say. And this is it again.
How do you cage Nnamdi Kanu? In fact, I want to call that Nnamdi Kanu should be released. A freedom fight agitator who said that, look, he wants liberation for his people. Why are you incarcerating him? Why are you not going to arrest Fulani men? Look at the bomb blast in train blast in Abuja to Kaduna. Up to today, our people are still being kept by these bandits. Where are the security? Where is the president? Where is the security act to go out and rescue these people? Tell me what is happening. It is a shame. Tell me, Igbo, they went after him in the southwest and were able to stop him. At least we're not hearing about Igbo again. Why can't they stop these Fulani men who are terrorizing this country and have made it impossible. They come to Benue and kill. Just in my local government, within the space of 40 people have been killed. More than 40 people. In another local government, over 20 people were killed. And then you want me to keep quiet. They want to intimidate us. I will never be intimidated. At least, let me talk. If at the end nothing happens, and some of you are keeping quiet, keep quiet to your shame. But I want to say that the rest of Nigerians, you people are joking. I raised alarm in 2016 that these things were going to happen. What is it that I have not said? I have said it. If Nigerians want to get out of this, they should arise. Arise television, as your name implies. Arise and let us liberate ourselves. President Buhari and his cohorts are not able to do.
He's asking us to arise. Oh yeah, oh arise, oh compatriot. Over 30 soldiers were killed today, slaughtered by the terrorists in Niger State, Shiroro. And we don't know the numbers of Chinese nationals that have been kidnapped as well today. But that's today. Yesterday, over 60 people were killed all across northern Nigeria, from the same Niger to Borno. And it is just same story every day, like that. Until it is your turn, you probably, we just have to wait it out. That is the game that they are playing right now. And he said, we should liberate ourselves. So yeah, arise to liberate ourselves. Politicians, all talks, no action. It's just like the time when they said that Sonweiku banned Okada in Lagos. They banned Okada. Okada no ban. And one day Sonweiku was going and he saw Okada on the street of Lagos, come chase him. As he was chasing the Okada, each Okada man, the Okada rider, rode straight into the barracks, the military barracks. And so Sonweiku pursue him. And so wala bele.
ìyá ti fẹ́ fọ́ orí anybody, ebi ti fẹ́ lu ayé wọn fọ́, ebi ti yà wọ́n ní wèrè.
Now, situation has gone that much that it is pretty much like, Banana Republic, sort of. You have office holders, spineless cowards who can't really take orders or make orders, so to say. Terrorists are spreading all over the place. Terrorists. And they are not carrying their guns as you would expect all of the time. But those that are being caught or cut down, or those who have become the victims of this, are somehow, or let me say those who have survived, or they would be victims, are somehow thinking they could do away with the PDP APC in 2023. Meanwhile, the Lagos Abobakus, the Oshogbo Alimajiris, who somehow have been those we call the humbled slaves, the obedient fools, or the sophisticated morons who believe that this enslavement is for perpetuity, is for life. They are also saying that, well, no matter how bad it is, Tinubu will be their next president. But if you ask them today, where is that Tinubu? None of them can tell you. Nobody has a clue, because Tinubu is holed up somewhere in France, strategizing on his hospital bed how to make the lives of the zombies better. You see, this is not about who you chose to make your president if you have a chance of making one. It is the fact that can you really live with the consequences of your own decisions? That's all that matters. Nigeria is polarized. Nigeria is divided. Una dey lie to yourselves. One Nigeria, one Nigeria, one Nigeria. But since the emergence of Tinubu as the candidate of APC, Egbekegbe, you will tell the increase in the tribalism, the tribal attacks, the tribal bullying, this and that, the increase in that, you can tell. On social media, we are beginning to take into account those who are going to prove to you that, yeah, your Nigeria is as fictitious. It's a fiction. It's not real, right? And the moment you stop lying to yourselves, there is possibility that we can, possibly redeem those who are left. Let me check something here, right? Somebody observed, I am a Yoruba man. I don't believe in all the rubbish and the nonsense you are calling politics in Nigeria, because it is not politics. It is a pure, hate-filled, self-hating adventure that has brought you nothing but total misery, poverty, destruction, and anguish. But now when they bring up their politics of hate, which is going to really, really increase in the coming days, and on, right? I want you to remember that there are Yorubas who observe this as well. They say, like this guy, okay? And we already have those who have already started tagging Yorubas, this, Igbos, that, and then enjoying whatever it is that your hate-filled, I want to find a name for your journey, for your adventure, your political charade, whether it's in PDP, in APC, or in Labour Party, wherever you find yourself. They are pure charade that only just manage to massage the empty ego of many of you who are running away from the truth, the reality of what Nigeria is for real, okay? So the hate-filled campaign is going to started already. And let me tell you this, to save yourself from any mental health repercussion of this, there are rogues that are going to be speaking, attacking Igbos attacking Yorubas. Most of you, if you have your senses intact, ask yourselves, who are you attacking yourselves for? You want to attack the Igbos because of Tinubu. You want to attack the Yorubas because of Tinubu. Are you thinking at all? Is your life not a complete mess and a miserable existence of yours to sit down and somehow in all of your warped illogical minds, because you want to prove to yourself who is right or who is wrong, in a charade that is put together just to destroy you? Abi, you are an Igbo man. You are abusing Yorubas because of Tinubu. Are you not mad? If you are normal, you would never have gone down low. But not be everybody normal. You are a Yoruba man. You are targeting the Igbos, abusing them, attacking them. just to prove that you are a real Yoruba. Are you not mad? You are fighting yourselves, attacking yourselves. I'm a Yoruba man. You are an Igbo man. That is why we don't work with you. This and that. Back in Sholori Buruku. Who are you fighting yourselves for? You are fighting yourselves because of Tifnumbu Ayenyitita. And I'm just here to remind you. Ayenyitita. Because I'm a Yoruba man. And I can say it to you boldly, confidently, that from Tifnumbu and all of other rogues like him, they don't speak for me. They don't represent me. And I've proved that to you many times because they speak for themselves. They represent themselves. It will be so foolish of you to think you are a Yoruba man. I don't like the way they talk about Tifnumbu. You are abusing me, calling me name Maiyegun because of Tifnumbu. Just like Egun ton lewere. You don't understand, and I will explain it to you. These personalities don't give a damn about you. These characters don't even acknowledge themselves or present themselves as Yoruba or Igbos. If you not get sense, you will never have to waste your energy attacking yourselves simply because of the selfish interest of these rogues. But not be everybody get the sense, especially those of you that this guy said ABT lutinyita ayenyiti baje.
Ìyá ti fẹ́ fọ́ orí anybody. Ebi ti fẹ́ lu ayé wọn fọ́. Ebi ti yà wọ́n ní wèrè.
Ebi ti lu ayé yín fọ́. And let me tell you something, like those actors and those actors jumping up and down for politicians, even when many of them are just cut out to poverty themselves, yeah? It is the same thing for those of you who, because you want to prove in this contraption called Nigeria, you want to prove that your own thief is better than those ones thief. This one is this. The Igbos are this. The Yorubas are that. Simply because on our one fight for who love Nigeria most. I know as I'm telling you, you are saying it back to me. But between me and you, you are in Nigeria, in that contraption. Between me and you, I'm just saying it the way I feel like I should tell you. And I actually said that simply because you have every right to be mad, to be angry, to be raging. But the bottom line is this: you should be able to define your anger. You should be able to define the reasons why you are raging. And if the reasons why you are raging is because you feel like atole shaky, atole ashiwaju awon ole, ashiwaju awon gbewiri, ashiwaju awon agbero, ashiwaju awon atole eyin were alapamashise yi, eyin were olorun yi. If you are getting angry because of all these rogues, students are at home right now. It doesn't really bother you, does it? 43% of you are currently unemployed. Does it really bother you? No. Your national grid for 200 million people can barely produce 10 megawatt electricity for 24 hours without collapsing. Are you not ashamed? You are in complete debt. Your currency is trash. Yeah? And as you are just existing for existence sake as a people. 43% unemployed. The way that some of you are going to be fighting yourselves for, tearing yourselves apart for. And you lori bruko lorun yi. I like lojuti unano they get shame. The way you are trying to tear yourselves apart for. I'm a Yoruba man. I can never let anybody insult Tifnumbu. The way is insulting you already. They are offering you agbado. 43% people unemployed. Do you know that number? It's practically saying that more than 100 million of you are currently jobless. Isn't it obvious? In a contraption that you are living in poverty, most of it poverty of the mind. Majority of you are so scared of poverty to even say the truth. They shame you. You see, they scare you. And you are old enough that you have become so shameless. And your shame is shaming us. Honestly speaking, we should tell you. Tifnumbu that you want to tear your clothes for. Are you listening? Diwere is in France right now, collecting injection from another French hospital where they are speaking French mixed with English. Diwere left Lagos, so left all of you Oponus, Oponu Ayeradas, left you right there, and there you are. I don't want anybody to insult Tifnumbu. If anybody insults Tifnumbu, they are insulting Yoruba. Shori oti daru, agbalagba, adagbajera ufu, Oponu Ayerada. Kan pè mí lọ́mọ àlè tí ò bá jẹ́ tó bá jáyé tó ti bàjẹ́ ẹ̀rí báyé ti wá bàjẹ́ tán. Àwa ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa àwọn olórí burúkú. We are talking about these olórí burúkús that failed to actually build something that could take care of them, just the same way it will take care of all of us, all of you. They failed to do that. Are you with me? And they are not ashamed of it. You are living in that squalor. You are living in that poverty. You are scared of it. From that little stipend you are getting right now, it is that fear, that shame of poverty, and they make you no one talk the truth. We know your kind. Who is more than those who fail to build hospitals for you? They failed to build your roads. They failed to give you electricity. They failed to give your children education. They failed to build a society that could make you live a normal life. I'm saying this because if you are looking for the Omoalis, the real bastards Omoalis are the people who took you for granted. But who are you? Should I call you Omoale too? I shouldn't call you Omoale. I should just call you Obonu Ayerada. Obonu Dadandato. The people that fail to give you what should be yours, they have bought those for themselves. You Lori Buruku now jumped on social media. You want to make this Yoruba versus Igbo, Igbo versus Yoruba. Nikure. You did the same thing in 2015. Where did that lead us? Today, so many of you are jobless today. Beggars on social media, beggars offline, ass lickers for politicians, looking for what they call the vuvuzela job from the same rogues that stole your lives. And guess what? You don't even have any sense to think about it that way. Your life has been so mortgaged that all that comes to your mind is the Yoruba versus Igbo in the same contraption called Nigeria. Ayé yín ti rún, ó ti rún kọjá, be careful. Ẹ jẹ́ á save àwọn ọmọ tó wà ńlẹ̀. I'm talking about the children that are probably the product of some of your waste souls. You don't think, and it is good for you to be reminded that think Nigeria is a failed place. The people that contributed to the failure, they are Yorubas, they are Igbos, they are Ijos, they are Ishekiris, they are Fulanis, they are Awusas, they are Ibibios, they are Idomas, they are Efiks. They are from every part of Nigeria. If you get sense, you will never jump into a bandwagon of Igbo versus Yoruba, Yoruba versus Hausa to bá nírònú, but no be all of una get sense. Ebi ti báyé yín jẹ́, òsínwó ènìyàn.
Ìyà ti fẹ́ fọ́ orí anybody. Ebi ti fẹ́ lu ayé wọn fọ́. Ebi ti yà wọ́n ní wèrè.
Then you turn around, what they call the self-destruct is what many of you are doing. It is a choice. It is sort of a talent too, but you should also know that there are consequences for your action. I am not completely against whatever you want to do. I just don't like it when you turn around and then start pointing fingers for your failures, you know? And same thing for you as an Igbo man or Igbo woman, or whether you are using an Igbo name on social media, mokuna they give una self senses. If you not get enough sense that you choose to go and follow this fraudulent charade called election, follow it with your chest. Are you with me? There is no point in trying to rob Tifnumbu, the shaky Kolu, rub it on the rest of the Yorubas, because there are Yorubas who have come out boldly to renounce the Wiri, who wants to be associated with the drug baron, the leaders of the Agberos. The society you see today in Yoruba land, that is not Yoruba society. That that actually represents us. These rogues, these criminals, they made this, and to make it is completely onto us. So Tifnumbu. There are many of us who knows the damages they have done. But look at me very well. Don't feel comfortable and feel like when you want to, if you have nothing to say about the Yorubas, or if you want to point, quickly trigger your own ethnic bigotry, the tribal bigotry in you, the uselessness that is in you, like others like you, if you want to target the Yorubas, then if you want to explode your own bigotry, what do? You look at Tifnumbu, and then you say, oh, look, this is why all the Yorubas are this. You are mad. I'm just here to tell you. Many of us know that the likes of Tifnumbu doesn't represent us. Same way, many of you will say the likes of Jena Clifford, Jews or Kalu, and all those rogues, Okorosha and the rest of them, all those rogues that also they bear names like you. So if you deny them, and you are so happy that you are denying them, you should be ashamed of yourselves for turning around to look at Tifnumbu, the shaky that many reasonable people, I'm talking about reasonable, responsible people, have publicly said that they regretted for ignoring the likes of Tifnumbu for that long. Yeah, that's what happened in Yoruba land. We ignored their likes for so long, and now look at us. So stop using, don't hide behind what people say about Tifnumbu. Then you hide behind that and use that to rub on the rest of the Yorubas. This is why the Yorubas are like that. You are mad. Maybe nobody has told you before. Tifnumbu doesn't represent me, and I'm a Yoruba man. Do you get that? All those murderous crowd, all those murderous criminals that loiter around him, and all the damages they have done in Yoruba land, they don't represent me. So when you open your dirty, stinking mouth and you want to say something about the Yorubas, I beg you to at least look at those who you think can match you responsibly, not the rogues that we have already discarded, we have sacrificed as burnt offerings. They don't speak for me, they don't represent me, and I'm a Yoruba man. Do you get that? So if your egotic bigotry in you, that bigotry in you as an Igbo man, if you want to look for where you want to take express don't use Tifnumbu as an example. Just come out clean and tell us what you feel about the Yorubas. Don't use Tifnumbu. Don't use all these rogues. Do you get me? Come clean. Because even within us, we know the rogues who are also the ass lickers of Tifnumbu, the ass lickers of Tifnumbu, who are pretty much like the dredge of our society. They don't represent us. They don't speak for us. And it's a matter of time, they will all go into extinction soon. So don't hide behind Tifnumbu is this or that and start abusing the Yorubas and say, it's because they said something about we know the Wiris, the Alakpama Shishas in Yoruba, the lazy bombs, the crumb beaters, ass slickers. I'm talking about the political jobbers in Yoruba land. We have old ones, we have the young ones. They lick the asses of politicians, and we know them very well. They sing their praises, not because of anything, because of what they want to eat on. So when the whole house come crashing, when the consequences of their political choices comes calling, right? They don't blame themselves, they blame everyone. And we know some of them in Lagos, jobless, lazy jobless young people. They were made jobless by the same deity, the same Tinubu that they want to worship. They made them jobless. They made them unproductive. They made them uneducated, so that they would never, ever be able to actually fend for themselves legitimately without having to be all risers. They don't speak for me. They don't represent me. Do you get what I mean now? They don't represent me. So we know the responsible Igbos who also understands this very well. So I'm speaking to some of you who are bigots, because I read about you all the time. Every small thing. Yorubas are that. That's why the Yorubas are this and that. There are Yorubas who understands better, and we are many. We are so many. And you are just pretending not to know us. Tinubu and gang, back at home, we have these jobless lazy rogues. After they made them jobless, useless, and poor, they look for who to blame. Do you get that now? They look for who to blame. Who in his own right senses, person where they work, you are doing your normal job, earning your normal living, then you turn around and say, hey, the reason why power no dey my house so that because say Igbo people dey Lagos, no be mental problem with that. You can't have a real life, have a real job, and then you will wake up one day, you as a Yoruba man, and you begin to do Igbo versus Yoruba because of politics. We know that is what Tinubu represents. So you're going to see increase in that in this their campaign. But who get job? Who has a real job? Well, look at them. They are political jobbers. After the failure of their political choices, they look for who to blame. So don't let them drag you into Igbo versus Yoruba, Igbo versus this and that. It don't make any sense. So now all these political jobbers are going to push that. If you enter the same argument with them, you can't say, na them kosa. Now because of what that Igbo man said, that's why I have to respond. If you get sense, number one, you realize that it is actually a no-brainer at all for any Yoruba man to go somewhere and say, oh, they are saying something about Tinubu and they are attacking Yoruba. That is why I went there to go and attack Igbo. No, you didn't go there to attack the Igbos because they are attacking Tinubu. You went there to attack the Igbos because you saw an opportunity. You are a bigot, even though you are a Yoruba man. And Maiyegun, can't you caution all these Yorubas what they are saying about the Igbos? All this nonsense they are saying about the Igbos, all because of Tinubu. That's why I attacked the Yorubas. You are a bigot. You are just as dumb, as foolish, as pretty much as whatever name I can call you. You are just as stupid as any one of those Yorubas who are also attacking the Igbos. You are as dumb as them. Just come out. You are a bigot. You are an Igbo bigot. You own it. Hold your medal. You are just looking for an excuse to attack the Yorubas. And Tinubu is an opportunity. And Tinubu's rogues, they are the opportunity to let you come and speak your mind. So don't give excuses. I read at them, I just feel like, no, I just shake my head. Responsible people will not wake up any day and say, Igbo versus Yoruba. You take craze? Why is Igbo versus Yoruba always pop up every time you want to have election? You know they use your senses? Let the Yoruba endorse Yoruba. Let the Igbos endorse Igbo. Let the Hausa and Fulani endorse Hausa Fulani. But you, the same you will jump out and say, one Nigeria, one Nigeria. Are you not mad? You see, me, I'm not a psychiatrist too. Honestly speaking, if I'm doing a counseling job for those with mental health problem, I can categorize your madness. Seriously. And right there, you will agree with me, say, it's true. Dr. Maiyegun, I think I agree. I get mad. I get mental problem. I know normal. I'm a Yoruba man. Tinubu is our man. All the Igbos, they should go to hell. They should go and get Biafra. They should go for Biafra. They are useless, this and that. And then you see those who say, no, the Igbos should present the next president. Even a Yoruba man was saying it too. The person will campaign for change. Listen to this. I'm coming back home.
Come 2023, number one, we as Yorubas,
I cannot betray a fellow Yoruba man. I'm first a Yoruba man before I become a Nigerian. So I believe in the Yoruba people and I believe in our tradition. But what I mean is that in this 2023 election, if we want to be fair and we want to talk of zoning, the unwritten zoning, because as you know, people have said, okay, it's not constitutional. I agree with that. It is true, it's not constitutional. Some people have said zoning will not give you the best. I agree. But for fear of justice and fair play, and that's why I'm saying that even my big brother, Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, if I were him, I would not run for the election. I will not run for the election. I will encourage my brothers from the East. We are friends, we are the same, we are from the South. We have had our own shot, South have had their own shot. I will encourage the Easterner to do so. This is what I would have done. Even both political parties should bring their candidates from the Southeast. Just like we did in 1999, that we brought both Obasanjo and Falaye, just to give the Southwest that comfort that we are part of us, even if the election was annulled, we don't hate you as a region. So the two major political parties brought out these two people. And I think that's what we should do for the Southeasterner. I believe so. Even without saying anything, my vote will go to Southeast. It doesn't matter how.
That's a Yoruba man, no? So if you think I'm just talking something that, Maiyegun, you don't know what you are talking about, ask your Igbo brother to tell you the meaning. You dey craze. There are Yorubas who are reasonable people. Reasonable. Enough to tell you that, listen, in my own opinion, if all of us want to be honest, and all of us no be say we dey mad, can't they pretend say we dey normal? One country. But it's not one. So that's the fact. It is not one. Now only madman or mad people go, they tell you, say, let us all come together and be one. But guess what? They are more divided than you can imagine. They are doing Yoruba versus Igbo, Igbo versus Yoruba, Igbo versus this, Hausa versus this and that. Unboot slaves, so they do Igbo versus Hausa, Hausa versus Igbo, this and that. But they will tell you, yeah, the Yoruba should endorse Tinubu now. Some even said Yoruba should endorse Tinubu. So there shouldn't be any crime in that, Abi. Yeah, sure. Peter Obi is from the eastern Nigeria. Peter Obi, let all the Biafrans endorse Peter Obi now. And let all of the other ones endorse Atiku now. And save us all this stress. So, Oyamo would they go our different ways. So, now there Wahala started. They can't speak grammar. It is unconstitutional. It is one Nigeria, Iro. Luri Iro. People like us knows in Luri Iro. We just don't want all of you to continue to hide behind your bigotry the obvious fact that if you have a chance to break up Nigeria tomorrow, majority of you will file in and say, oh yeah, we'll break them up. So why are you pretending? A Yoruba man wants Yoruba to be president. To him, that is equity, that is fairness, that is patriotism. An Igbo man, Igbo woman want an Igbo man or Igbo woman to be president. If you want us to say we are part of the contraption. No, it's not going to happen. No. That's not going to happen. You must fight for it and the rest of all those bullshit that they put together. When indeed, we are suspicious of ourselves. So what is one in that Nigeria then? What is one? Absolutely nothing is one. But you see the obedient, they are different species, so they are like, a different breed. The obedient. They said, no. Obi is for one Nigeria. Peter Obi is not for just Igbo, Yoruba, or Hausa. He is for everybody. But guess what? Even among themselves, they are walking on eggshells. You know what that means? Eggshells, right? Everybody knows it and they're different too. When a Yoruba man that is endorsing Peter Obi, when he wants to talk, he will say, my name is Adegoke Adedeji. I'm a Yoruba man. I am endorsing Peter Obi for president. Why is he saying he's a Yoruba man? Endorsing Peter Obi. Is that not to clear that kind of stereotyping, Abi? It is there psychologically. Nigeria is not one. You know it, but you are telling yourself, trying to tell your brain that it is one. With Peter Obi, Nigeria can be one. When you see a Fulani from the north endorsing Peter Obi, he will say, my name is Usman Abubakar. I am a Fulani man. I am obedient. I am endorsing Peter Obi. Why? Is he identifying as a Fulani man from northern Nigeria? Endorsing Peter Obi is because of where Peter Obi comes from. Stop lying to yourselves. This is that reality. And that is exactly what some of you are trying to be politically correct about. What do you get when you try to be politically correct? You get the same thing. You lie to yourselves. But when you lie to yourselves, right, you get the result of lies. And that result is not always very rosy, the same way you are envisaging it. Same way you lied to yourselves in 2015 when this change mantra was everywhere. Yes, we need to, you were lying to yourselves. Nigeria is not one until that fundamental point is clarified, is sorted. You are lying to yourselves. Why do you have to say you are from Fulani, not down for Peter Obi, this one for that, this one for that? Why? Because you have to say it in order to convince other people that there are people who can love Peter Obi, an Igbo man, from outside Igbo land, without thinking or looking at his background. Yes, there are people everywhere. I will be one of those that will look at Peter Obi without saying Peter Obi is from Igbo land. But can I genuinely, in all honesty, say to myself that when I heard the name Peter Obi, what sounds? It sounds from where it comes from. That is something they are telling you never to ever pay attention to. But guess what? It is the same thing that has kept Nigeria apart because they don't want to talk about it. There were Yorubas who were singing for Bukwari in 2015. They made songs, they made things, and all of that. And it was pretty much like a picture of a united country who wanted a change, who wanted this and that, but it wasn't. It was a fluke, a pure fiction of promises, so to say. So the fundamental thing that has kept us really, really apart is what they call diversity. You don't manage diversity by telling people to keep short from discussing their differences. In diversity, before you say you want to milk a diversity, you possibly should at least have build on your differences. In Nigeria, we don't build on that. They milk the differences and widen the gap and keeps us apart and continue to chase a shadow like we do all the time. So as their own house of cards are collapsing, falling apart, yeah, people are taking their own positions on other things that they believe will work for them. Among them, we have the Biafra, we have the Yoruba nation, we have others. Because no matter how long they try to hold on to this rickety, collapsing contraption, yeah, it is eventually going to collapse. Okay, the house is going to collapse, and there will be new nations that are going to be built from the rumbles, or let me say from the rumble. So no matter how long it takes, it is pretty much like kicking the can down the road. In the face of insecurity, in the face of economic collapse, in the face of corruption, monumental generational corruption, in the face of completely lost human rights and all that, it is just a matter of time before the whole house comes crashing. By then, I hope you would have grown up enough to tell yourselves, or been bold enough to tell yourselves or tell ourselves the truth of why this whole thing seems not to be working, and it will never work. But as for me, listen to me, you're not just supposed to say for every decision or every choice you make, there will be consequences and consequences of such decisions. It is not hard. And when the consequences of those your actions or decisions comes back, biting, I am just here to remind you that don't blame people. Don't blame people for your own, maybe ignorance, maybe your own selfishness or whatever. The choice before you is the choice of life and death. You can choose life if you choose Yoruba nation. You can choose life if you choose a Biafra referendum. Of course, you can choose otherwise if you keep this contraption together in your own delusioned mind. It is all about time. I am not here to discourage you. Do your thing. If you think that exact move, obedience and the rest, you are doing well. Omoyele Sowore, the AAC, consistency, by the way, Sowore picked his own deputy or vice president today. Quite fair enough. You have all your choices before you. I just don't want you to think anyone who didn't make those choices for you is going to be responsible for the consequences of all those decisions and choices. That's why, whether you like me or not, I have made my own choice. I have believed in my own choice. I have decided to work with others who also pretty much believe in the democratization and the legitimacy of our own choices too. I respect your choice. Should be an election of your thieves or otherwise is your paramount, goal. Mine is to end the system that continually make me a second-class citizen in a place where I'm supposed to be living as a first-class citizen in my own country, Yoruba land. So I have that as a legitimate move that I love to preach about. You should not be hostile towards us so that we are not hostile towards you too. And just like I said, if your choice is to go ahead with your bogus charade election, go for it. But when the consequences of that choice comes biting, do not blame it on tribe. Do not blame it on religion. Do not blame it on any ethnic or give it any ethnic coloration. Own your own decisions. Own your own consequences. Because all of this that all of you are doing, there are consequences. So, shit, if Tinubu is your president, go for him. Shina Atiku, you think is going to come and save you from this contraption? Go for him. Do you think Peter Obi is the one that will actually bring everything back to what you think? Go for him. It is your choice. But please, when people choose Biafra, when people choose Yoruba nation, respect that too. Because for every decision in my own book, there is a consequence or consequences too. And you should be able to own your own consequences as well. I have chosen something that I believe strongly in, that no matter how long they play you, no matter how long you make yourself available to be played by the system that is never put together for you, a system that is put together to snuff life out of you, to snuff life out of your own children, the one that has proven again and again and again that doesn't give a damn about you. If your choice is to keep it alive, and like I said, you should be bold enough to live with the consequences. When the consequences comes biting, do not blame it on Yorubas. Do not blame it on the Igbos. Do not Look for somebody else to blame it on. Be bold and courageous enough to hold your own ground. As for me and for my friends, we choose Yoruba nation and we will defend Yoruba land. We will support the Yoruba land. It is our own call, or should I say our own calling, our own choosing. It is legitimate. It is noble. It is honest. It is humanitarian, and then real. If you have no empathy, you probably will feel comfortable supporting and promoting the same hegemony that has kept us in perpetuity of a lack and want and poverty, and this recently of terrorism that could take you and I away just any moment they wish. But before they take us away, before they kill us eventually, yeah, before that happens, I beg of you, choose your battle carefully. And when you choose those battles, be very, very responsible for your choices. To my friends on MaiyegunsDiary Politico, we choose Yoruba first. And for the Yoruba actors, Yoruba artists that choose Tinubu, it is their right. Do not waste your saliva. Do not waste your energy. Do not brood over them. Do not, do not waste any kind of nerve or vein in you trying to explain why should they go and support the same person who supported the system in the same state for over 23 years, but they have no single healthcare policy that could even take care of those who are actors themselves, not to talk of the man that they said is bringing them the fortune, is bringing them the good life in Yoruba land, the man that couldn't have access or couldn't build a medical facility that could take care of him. Is that not a shame? Well, again, it is their choice. Respect that. Just same way some of you have chosen Atiku. They respect you. All of you, where they choose Peter Obi, obedient, now believe say you won't save Nigeria. I respect you. I just want you to know that with those choices comes responsibilities and consequences of them too. I'm only asking you to respect those who choose to be Biafrans and continue to promote and campaign for the emancipation, the self-determination, and self-independence of the people of Biafra and Yoruba nation. You just need to up your game for what you believe in. Go for it and stay with that. Are you with me? In whatever you believe in, stick to it. Now everything get lifespan. Oh. You see these same people who were shouting change in 2015. Some of them, they regretted few months after they called for change. Some didn't. They jumped up again in 2019 and they asked for next devil. And those who ask for next devil and those who ask for change, everybody don't collect. Now everybody go rich. The thing where they ground right now everybody go collect. Actors who can't afford medical bills in the future, let him continue to shout our local. Abi, are they not the same people who shouted their change? Were they not the same people who shouted their next devil? Somebody did the calculation, and they said that if you manage to get 10,000 naira as a political electoral bribe, one thing is this: it's going to be 7 naira a month for the next 8 years. Just own up to your choices and don't turn around tomorrow, okay? Like you have been doing for Bokuwari, and start blaming people for why Bokuwari couldn't give you what you are jumping up and down 7 years ago, telling yourselves that they were going to turn Nigeria to Dubai. Look at your life. Look at what they have turned your lives into. Look at what they have turned Nigeria into. So continue to choose your own poison. hit them as you like. You know they come out CC from my own wallet. Oh, you know that. Oh, they come out money from my wallet anyway. But whatever you do in Nigeria never really affects me, either security-wise, financially, health-wise. Everything that they have denied you in Nigeria is what I have access to here in the UK, because I work hard for my money. I pay my tax. The government that takes my tax, they provide me everything that will keep me away from poverty. I don't have to go and empty my savings to pay for any medical emergency. Never. Not for any member of my family, not for myself. If I won't die, I go just die. I go say, okay, I don't die. But if anything, we say won't kill me, can't go delay small. NHS in the UK that has been collecting my tax for the past 10 years now, they will take care of me. Even if I will eventually die, I won't have to suffer. I won't have to beg. I won't have to come on social media and say, come and pray for me, because I they look for money to come and change my kidney, I be change my spinal cord, or anything. If I won't die, I would die, because not because I have no money, not because of I have no medical access, not because say, I won't die with that, I don't die with that. Many of you will never have that choice. Many of you are just a single sickness away from poverty, where you begin to sell your cars, when you begin to sell your houses, when you begin to sell your jewelries, when you begin to sell your land, when you begin to take loans, when you begin to beg politicians to save you because they want to take you to India. So elections have consequences. That is why if I tell you, it is not because if you do what I say, you want to save me. You are not saving me. You are not helping me. Okay? If you vote for Atiku, if you go and do this their bogus election and you choose Kolu and you choose Tinubu, you are not helping me or you are not hurting me. That's the point. I am trying to let you know that there is consequences for that. When that time comes, I don't want you to turn around and say, now village people, they do you. You see, your decision self will affect the people in the village. You know that. All your decision in 2015, all your decisions in 2019, and every other decision you've been making politically in Nigeria, that has led you into further poverty, oppression, suppression, recession, terrorism, and all of that. They have been reflecting on the lives of the people who are in the villages, the village people. You know, they affect me. Have you not noticed? Whether you like it or not, Maiyegun, Tinubu is going to be the next president. Of course, go for it now. People said the same thing to me in 2015. Whether you like it or not, Buhari is going to be president of Nigeria. I say, okay, you are not helping me. You are not doing me. I don't know if you understand. You are not helping anybody and you are not doing anybody. Okay? If you go on and you choose Obi, and Peter Obi comes and he just turn your Nigeria to Dubai, where nobody go stone you again in the name of Allah, where nobody will cut off your head in the name of jihad, and the rest of all those. If it be do that, no be me you dey help. Now yourself you dey help. Sure, you know. At least me personally, okay, personally, you are not helping me. If you decided that you want to go for Tinubu, the Jaga banditi, the Jaga addicti, the Jaga baronu, the aṣíwájú àwọn olè, aṣíwájú àwọn agbèrò, aṣíwájú àwọn atọ̀ọ́lé, Mr. Shaky Shaky, you are not doing me. You are not helping me. Now you're poison. Make una drink am. So that's the point some of you don't understand. And I think you should. You see those uncles and aunties who stayed abroad. Now them you supposed to get catapults. Catapult and stone. You stone them and say, are you on the dancing? Auntie Tommy, you lied to me in 2015. You said once we all come together with Kolu, Pastor Ruga, everybody, our life go do better. Auntie. You stay back in Canada since 2015. When I ask you that, when are you coming to come and enjoy this change with us? You say you are planning. It's not easy to relocate, Auntie. 7 years. The change you promised us, the change you made us agree to in 2015. It don't choke us now. Die we day here. You are still in Canada. Now you don't preach Kolu for us now from Canada, Auntie. And those Auntie you supposed to hate, no be me. No Maiyegun. It shouldn't be me. But I can't help it. I can only ask you to think. I can't help you think. I can only help you. I can only help give information that can help you understand the situation. But I can't help you think. Your uncles and aunties, they are still in America. 2015. They are campaigning for you. You were there. You will not get sense. You are still in Nigeria. 2014, 2015. Go and check all the photos. All those people, they are still in America. They are still in London. They are still in Canada. They are still all over the place. You are still in Nigeria. Visa. You have tried. Many of you have tried to japa in the last 7 years. They don't give you visa. They don't give you. The people who told you that change is good, they are still in America. They are still there. They are now cooking again. They are cooking again to serve you morons, you mumus, you unboot slaves. They are still in America. They are telling you that the man that is going to change your life, that is currently in France, collecting injection for the past 1 week. They are in America. You will not get sense. You are shouting, I am batified. I am batified. You will bat you know, so they go. You see, they say bat. They see the word upside down. Person will get sense. Go no say the people where they are abroad, they promote Tifnumbu. Then they do so because of their own pockets. Nobody where they are abroad, they promote Tifnumbu is coming to live in Nigeria. You should take that to the bank. Yes, I did hear. There is nothing going on in Nigeria. Before some of you in Nigeria, before you know, many of us abroad, we do know, we have known before you know. Many of you in Nigeria. Some of what they call breaking news for you in Nigeria, they are still news that many of us have actually got to know days before, most of the time. Yes. That is because in Nigeria, they dipped you in darkness. You have no access to real information. Filtered one they give to you never really goes or get anywhere. You now see those aunties and your uncles abroad. They know everything going on in Nigeria. They don't need you to explain to them. But for the sake of their own pockets, you, the zombies, the mumus, they will tell you, you need to endure. Rome was not built in a day. Stay back there. Nigeria is going to be great. Tinubu is coming with a big program. Were they not the same people who told you that fake Pastor Ruga, very, very intelligent man, is going to handle the economy? Fake Pastor Ruga came in and they started giving 10,000 naira to market women to start trading. Are you not alive? The same people are still abroad, though. They will not come to Nigeria. They know Nigeria is not safe. Okay? They know that Nigeria is a complete, it's in so much mess, inside the hellfire. They will never come back there. If any of them come back at all, now to come back and flex you. And they know that they appeal. That out of all this whole thing they know about Nigeria, Some of you are still they buy nice car. Some of you are still wearing, you are still living in nice houses. Young boys are still like living large. They are not Yahoo boys or like real guys who are making real money. When these guys return from America and they see all of you, Dobale kokiwa, Dobale ba wa okay. I don't greet you now. They know that they appeal. They want all of you to die in that poverty. Anything, any policy, any government that can make sure that all of you now, when they strike, they see small money, you end up in that same dungeon, or maybe you are sent away out of Nigeria because they want to come back to Nigeria and flex all of you. Say that them, they do America, they buy, somebody will return from America and they will just bring this 2019, 2018, or 2020 latest automobile. Say, hey, see car. Chai. But when they got to Nigeria, they realized that some of you are already driving 2021 car, 2022 automobile. And they're like, how did you make that money? They say Nigeria is poor. But this country is poor. How are you guys making money? So when they see politicians that can make your life miserable, politicians that can render you useless, politicians that can make you poorer, like Tinubu and gang from abroad, they will tell you, support the real people that want to give you electricity, people that will give your children food, people that will give you money, people that will pay for your... Tinubu has made people. Tinubu has made human beings. He's made so many millionaires. Tinubu can make you millionaire from abroad. You, Mumu, you. You see, that uncle that is abroad. I love that my brother in the UK. Your uncle London. Baba New York. Mommy Chicago. Grandma Manchester. All those people that left Nigeria years ago. Now struggle all of us. Now also all of us they also. Now only Nigeria will fit do buga. You don't know. Me, I go do my own buga in Glasgow. If I get money, I will buy any. See if I'm rich at some point. I don't need to come and buga you in Nigeria. Now here I go do my own buga. I'll buy myself a delete. If now 2023, if now 2023 I become rich. I mean rich like say if you buy cow, right? If now 2024, if now 2025, if now 2020, if now 2030, where if you buy the latest car, we say, what year is this? Range Sport 2030 plate number. Now for you I go do my buga, not Nigeria, because you know what? There's no point coming there to come and bugab the people with the mentality that they are poor. Nigeria is people are suffering. People are suffering. There are many Americans who are supporting Tinubu. They want to come back because the mentality is you are all suffering. You should be suffering. What's wrong with these boys? Any small thing, they don't go buy small, they don't go buy big cars. Even all of us who are living abroad, working hard, we don't drive all these cars. What is wrong with these boys? Which work are they doing? The way that is coming to probe which work you are doing in Nigeria to drive a nice car or live in a nice house as a young person. The way is driving a nice car in America on credit. She's driving the best car in the UK on credit. Don't let me freak you out, with £500, £500 a month. £500 a month. I can drive the latest Range Sport. Do you know that? Yes. Maiyegun. I can wake up to, though I don't have the money yet. I don't feel spend £500 every month right now. I get too much bukata for now. But do you know that I can wake up tomorrow, Maiyegun, and I can say, I need their 2022 Range Sports. And they will just do all the dealer will do all the thing. They will check my credit. I've got a nice credit. I've got so much money that I passed through enough my system to build that credit for me. So I could afford that. £500. You will see Maiyegun with the latest 2022 automobile. I go to cruise. Say, Maiyegun, this guy don't make car. This guy don't be so na credit. But in Nigeria, when you see a small boy, well, not be small, because basically they drive 2022 automobile, right? Person they drive 2022 automobile in Nigeria, no be small person, no. Even if you're a small boy, no be small person, no. They buy their cars. Person will return from abroad, come see you, they drive 2022 range. You say,
Tunde, how are you? I'm a sister. Me, Tunde, my sister, my sister's son. I hear that they said you are a graduate of so yes, sir, yes, sir, yes. What are you doing now? You're doing so well. Like I say, thank you, sir. No, I currently have my own IT firm, sir. I have an IT firm. We are into this all this stuff. You they talk Americana, where they do 9 to 5. You'll be looking at you and say, oh, that's good. Immediately you leave, he's thinking about his life. Look at this small boy, the one that I used to send money to his own mother. I was one of those ones who were sending money to pay for this boy's school fees. So he's so small money now. He's driving 2022 range. So the likes of Tinubu, Bokwari, and all your politicians in Nigeria, they serve as punishers for you. So to those who are coming from abroad, telling you to support Tinubu, support Atiku, support all these rogues, because they know their policies can always render you useless. If the thing won't choke you, you go run away. Come abroad, come they do 9 to 5. They craze. Now they make money, they buy nice car, they live inside there, any small thing. Now don't they flash money? Wait till they do all of you. Now so Nigeria easy. They are telling us abroad that Nigeria is poor. Where are you guys stealing money? They should deal with all of you. Look at them. Small boys with money. Yahoo. Deal with them. Now, so the people where they abroad, they see you. You don't know. Because now only them get the flex. Before now, when you dare abroad, you are supposed to be the one who have the flex. Go back to Nigeria and flex to people and all of that stuff. The bottom line I'm trying to make here is this. The people who live abroad, who tell you that Nigeria is going to work, who tell you to go out to support the same rogues who brought you to this level. The same people living that abroad, they will never relocate. And the reason why they will continue to ask you to keep the status quo is no other reason than Unatu, they make it hard for us. See, the last time we are come house, my friend brought in a car from America, very lovely car, I don't know the name. But in Nigeria, they gave me one Nissan Quest. The car no get AC. I manage them. And it's very good. I love it. It was driving well. But nobody respected me, Everybody just did the hold up like that. Just they say wind down. Say, Baba, if we leave the AC on, the engine fin knock. That was the Nissan Quest they gave to me. And I was seeing all these guys in a Keja, enjoying life. I was like, almost see life. Oh. This is gonna make you stay back in Nigeria and enjoy here. But in the UK, abroad, everywhere, even if you have the money, you don't want to put down the cash. I've been paying cash for my cars because they are used cars, okay? When I got my first car, I paid there £1,500. When I got my second car, I paid there £4,800, under £5,000. That's my second car, right? So, which simply means that I cannot afford any new car if I want to be like all of you in Nigeria, yeah? I can't afford new cars. You get that now? So I have to, because I will have to pay cash or pay full money. But if I want to flex like you, then I will have to do it on credit, even if I have the money. I will not be advised to go and pay £40,000 to get a car. Even if I have the money, my friends will be like, no, you're crazy. Why you go pay that money? Go use the money for something else now. They pay them this and that. So those who wishes you evil are abroad as well. Those who wanted you to become the Dabi Mosheda. There are those who don't even have all of this we are talking about. They are still abroad. Those ones, the Abroadian Buhari DLT. If anybody is still abroad telling you that Nigeria is working, Nigeria is going to work, Tinubu is bringing this, the other one is bringing that. Hey, use your head, though. Use your brain, oh. Because the whole thing is this. Now you go make the choice. If you now make the choice, the consequences of that choice, you only will be responsible for it. If you do that, me and you will not get wahala. Don't turn around later and start saying the Igbos are this, the Yorubas are that. You are pretending, and then that is not going to serve anyone's any good. It's not going to serve anybody any good. Nigeria is a failed place. Say it as it is. Nigeria is running away from the fundamental structural flaw, which is the problem. The people are not the ones who agree to a system that is being forced on them. Now, if you want to keep them the same way, then you should give them the opportunity to come together and say, okay, let's discuss. Do we want to keep this together this way? Under what terms and conditions? That shouldn't be hard. It shouldn't be a crime. It shouldn't be anything that anybody should be killed for. And like, Ortom said, self-determination shouldn't be a crime. Release Nnamdi Kanu, allow Igbo, and let the Yorubas campaign for the Yoruba independence, and let the Biafrans campaign for the Biafra independence, and let the system and the people decide if they are going to have that or not. The last time Nicola Sturgeon was talking, this one, my own. Listen to my own first minister. Person will go become my own president in an independence Scotland. Whenever that happens, this kind of thing you suppose to hear from the likes of Tinubu, all those people who claim to be speaking for Yoruba, but they are not
necessary. The UK and Scottish governments should be sitting down together, responsibly agreeing a process, including a Section 30 order, that allows the Scottish people to decide. That would be the democratic way to proceed. It would be based on precedent, and it would put the legal basis of a referendum beyond any doubt. That's why I am writing to the Prime Minister today to inform him of the content of this statement, and in that letter I will also make clear that I am ready and willing to negotiate the terms of a Section 30 order with him. Presiding Officer, what I am not willing to do, what I will never do, is allow Scottish democracy to be a prisoner of Boris Johnson or any Prime Minister.
Do you understand? What Nicola was saying right there is that in a union, in a country, when you call it a union, the people must have a say. And when you say the people, we are talking about the people affected from that who are part of that union. So Nicola is going to take us on another journey that not all Scottish people want independent Scotland, though. Take that to the bank. Not be everybody want to have Scottish independence. Oh. But the only way you can decide or determine that is if the people are allowed to do that, to test that. Check it out. Let people decide. Do we want to be that? No. Now, we have given them a date in Westminster in London for the Scottish independence referendum. It doesn't mean that they are going to allow it. Oh. This whole thing can still go to Supreme Court until it happens. Oh. We may not have the election in October, but look at that frame of mind who came together as a group of people who says this is what we want and this is how we want to pursue it. Their mandate as a political party is to get independence for Scotland. That's the mandate of SNP. If you join SNP or you vote for SNP, you are voting for independence party. Do you understand that? You are voting for a party that is established simply for Scottish independence. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Other things are just extras. And there are Scottish people. The last time, 51% of Scottish people said no, they don't want independence. 49% of us voted yes. Nobody was persecuted. Nobody was harassed. Nobody was arrested. No businesses was targeted. No personality was profiled. No, everyone just did what we had to do in a democracy. That's exactly what the people in Nigeria would love to experiment before we can say we have a same country or any go together. Not like this person who brags that any kind of Biafranization, they have defeated it. Defeating Biafra, did that now change anything in Nigeria? Did that bring progress to Nigeria? Absolutely not.
One thing you cannot accuse him of is abandoning the platform on which he and colleagues were ready to die. And many died. He hasn't abandoned the one Nigeria, multi-state one Nigeria. I want to say, Mr. Chairman, invest any particularity with property, and it shall live forever. And it shall be immutable, and it shall not fuse with any other like it, because it holds that property. Regions, zones, attached with duties, constitutionalized, is Biafranism. And we defeated it.
Did you hear that? He said that man with the bed sheet over his head, though, that weary that is that had a full bed sheet over his head, though. He said anything that has to do with regionalism is Biafranization. So they, according to him, we defeated it. Anything that will make us have regions again, according to that Fulani Futa Jalone rogue, in a contraption called Nigeria. People are not those who decide. They decide for us. If we oppose that, then we are considered a criminal, which is never going to stick. Now I'm saying it to you now. The choice is yours. Choose your poison. Choose them well. We have chosen what we believe is right under the democratic tenets. And no matter the kind of fraudulent democracy they are practicing in Nigeria, the reality will prevail. When I say reality will prevail, I mean we don't even have to do much. Nigeria is so messed up, and the rogues that are messing up Nigeria are not giving up. Oh, no, they are not. The popular saying, or this usual saying that if you found yourself in a hole, you should stop digging, is never relatable to Nigeria. They found themselves in a hole. Alaye, they hire diggers, and they continue digging. Now it's now left for those of you who have seen the whole conundrum, who have seen the whole place, the whole thing is ending or ended. So jump ship, pick your poison. Now, election you won't go do, make sure you know the consequences and ready to live with it. Should we all call an end to this? Of course we should. But do you see it that way? I don't know. The choice is yours. Whatever choice you make, don't ever forget there will be consequences. Look at this way before I go.
And let me tell you, we believe in finishing the job. Yes. We'll go into the grassroots, give them the language they understand. What they understand is money. Ego beke. We'll give them ego beke. I can our people ego beke, and they will go and vote for us.
Ego beke. That's the name of state. Yeah? Here is another one. Sorry if you don't understand Yoruba. Somebody was talking about Tinubu. You understand? I mean, you probably will recognize his voice in a moment. From there, I will take a break. Come back and take few calls. It's been a while.
Alága wa ní ìwọ̀ oòrùn ó ti sọ, ó ní Bọ́lá Tinubu látorí désàlẹ̀ rẹ̀ ayédèrú. Mo wá fẹ́ fi kíní kan fún ọ torí pé kí ni ọjọ́ orí Bọ́lá ayédèrú, màmá rẹ̀ ayédèrú, bàbá tó bí ayédèrú, ilé ìwé tó lọ ayédèrú, ìlú rẹ̀ ayédèrú. PDP mo wá fẹ́ sọ fún yín lónìí, ń tẹ́ẹ̀fì mọ̀ bóyá arọ́ ni mò ń pa bóyá òótọ́ ni. Ǹjọ́ tẹ́ ẹ bá rí Bọ́lá ẹni kó ṣí apá rẹ̀ lẹ̀, ọmọ Tinubu ọmọ Èkó wò ní ìyá aláǹgbá sápá àtikùn rẹ̀. Ọmọ Tinubu wo ni Ọ̀ṣun láti ṣerú gọ́bà. Ọ̀ṣun láti ṣerú gọ́bà. Kò lè dùn mí. Gbogbo tó kò lè ṣe torí ọmọ tó bá ti ta màmá tó da ẹ̀jẹ̀ sí lójú nù, ọmọ náà ṣègbé.
Ìtàn Òbíǹde lọ́kọ rẹ̀ lọ fi yáwó. Olórí ibu ni Oyinlọ́lá. Àwọn yìí ń pa ìtàn. Oyinlọ́lá ń pa ìtàn. Ìtàn Òbíǹde. Let me take a break and I'll open my line. So if you are a Tinubu supporter, I don't know how good you are. You say pick up the phone and call in. Whatever you are typing there, Stop typing. Don't be a keyboard warrior. Pick up that phone. Maybe I'll pick up your call. Come and say it to my face. I'm taking a break. Let me go make myself another drink. And when I get back, I'll take a few calls. Ask me questions, and we'll take it on from there. But before we do that, remember, like that video before you take your own break, right? I will be back. So thank you very much for joining me. So I actually had my first call earlier, but I dropped off. So if you want to be part of this, all you have to do is just use that number on your screen, right? It's hang on, let's see. It is WhatsApp call only. Okay. So and you have to put in that +44 if you want to be part of this tonight. So let me take my first one. There we go. Hello there.
Hello, Maiyegun General.
Hello, sir.
Maiyegun General, is a privilege to get you tonight.
That's Prince JJ Man. You are my first caller, so yeah, it's a privilege having you too.
General, is a privilege to get you tonight. Lucky me. Yeah, Prince. Yeah, Maiyegun General.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you for the topic tonight. It's an interesting one, you know. You see, the thing is that our people do not know what is happening or what is going on, and they don't even know what is coming after them, because if you see what they are doing, right as we are speaking, our people are rushing to get their PVC.
I know.
Why these people are rushing to plant their terrorists, they continue to plant Boko Haram all over Nigeria. The first thing our people must talk about is how do we get our security in place? Our lives are very, very important. That's the first thing our people must talk about before going for PVC. You see, these people, one of the senators, the Janjaweed senator, he said, Janjaweed terrorist senator, he said that the oil in Niger Delta, they fought war to get that oil, and if anybody do not want them to have or get hold of that oil, the person must fight to get it back.
That's right.
This is immediately when they took power. You understand? So this plan, they have put it in place for long. You know, this is the reason why they are so much afraid of IPOB, because we are ahead of all these their plans, and we are not shifting ground. You know, Nnamdi Kanu, you know, saw tomorrow in everything that they are doing. You know, so that's why they went all their way to kidnap him. But the mistake they make is that kidnapping him has made complicated their matter, their matter. Because I'm very, very sure, and at the end of it all, you know, they are going to regret everything they have done. Definitely. You see this one that you just shown to us that has bedsheet on his head, you know, that is not qualified to be in that very house there. He's supposed to be following cow. It's somebody that's supposed to be following cow, you know, behind. But because of Buhari, you know, have come into power, and for them to solidify all these atrocities, they have to plant themselves all over the place, all the hems of affairs in Nigeria. They make sure that Fulani, even to the extent of taking them to everyone's village to control things that are going on there. You understand what I'm saying?
You,
as we speak now, they are in my town in Nollywood South. They are there going house to house. You know, what they do is that when they see any young man, they just kill him, extraordinary judicial killing. That's what they are doing. You understand? This is what they are doing. They are
committing a serious ethnic cleansing in eastern Nigeria that I just pray that all of this have been documented, because we know those behind this, and they are not going to get away with it, like you said. They are not.
It is being documented.
Good.
There's camera all over Biafra land. You know, there are cameras all over Biafra land. Is being documented. Everything they are doing. The international community are having the record of everything they are doing. You know, we have the catalog of everything they are doing. You know, that's the reason why I know that everything they are doing have come to conclusion, and we IPOB have come to conclusion that power without control is useless. Anybody that has power that do not know how to use that power, it is as useless as not getting it. And that's exactly what the Janjaweed Fulani terrorists are doing in Nigeria. You know, I'm very happy that Oduduwa Nation also is holding their ground.
Yes.
It's only the gullible ones that are looking for change that will fall out of Tinubu pocket. They are the ones that are still, you know, shouting our local, Emiloko. Yeah, because Tinubu is the one that, and Obasanjo, you know, Bakere and Co. They are the one that brought this murderer Buhari, you know, and he has been killing right from 2015 till date. You know, the government has been killing and killing.
They said they are going
no
to
other
continue
business
from where he stopped. You know, they are continuing from where he's stopping. Oh man, now die people did. So continue from where Buhari is stopping, Baba.
Exactly, that's what he said. That is what he said. That's what Tinubu said. That he's going to continue where Buhari started. Stop. And if somebody is telling you that it's going to continue where he stopped, that's where all the NSAS children that was killed. That where he stopped, if they killed 10,000 of NSAS youth, you know, he's going to continue from there to make it 10,001, you know, upward. You know, that's what he's telling everybody.
You see, that's why I said that, Prince, that's why I said that people should choose their battle and don't give excuses and say, I'm doing this because of this. No. Choose your battle, choose your poison, and be responsible for the consequences of it. You know what I mean now?
Exactly.
Because you know what is coming for them all. And nobody should pretend when it eventually happens. And they say, like they are doing for Buhari right now. Don't turn around and start blaming Igbos, or turn around and start blaming Yorubas, or turn around and start blaming this and that. Own your choices when that time comes. Prince,
do you know where the Nigerians miss it completely? Do you know where they miss it completely, Maiyegun? Where they miss it completely is when they lose their sight on restructuring.
Yes.
You know, the restructuring, if they have hold the restructure and say Fulani Janjaweed terrorists. Your nepotism shows that you have an agenda in this country that you are not going to leave the system. Even if they put anybody there, the nepotism in the system, before you can clean it up, they will kill you. Anybody that is there that genuinely have genuine intention.
And there is no harm in
before
trying.
you can clean up that nepotism.
They should go and try. Good luck to them. But we will not, expend our own energy in something we know that is pretty much to keep a contraption that is meant to kill us in place. And I don't want to be part of that.
It's a mess. It's a mess.
Please,
thank you, Trumbu. Thank you, Maiyegun General.
Nice
Continue your good work, please.
Thanks so much, Prince, for the support as well. So, meanwhile, somebody is disturbing my friends on YouTube. Bolu, I think I've taken care of that. Okay. So if you see any other person disturbing you on YouTube, any one of you, please just mention it. I'll take care of it. Okay. So I have another caller. Hello there.
Hello, Maiyegun Baba.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, Larry.
Larry. How are you, sir?
Yes, sir. Man, I'm good, man. How about you, my brother?
I'm very well. Thanks for asking again. I mean, it's good to hear from you. Baba.
Yeah, nice talking to you and nice coming back on the show, man.
I mean,
man,
you're becoming a regular these days. What's the trick?
I don't know. I just keep calling. My brother.
When you were so long that you're like you couldn't get in and get. But these days, Larry, you seems to be like a regular now. So you might have to share your secret with others. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you just regular calling, man. Just keep calling. Just keep dialing. And that's the only thing. Man, my brother, you said it all, man. You said it all. I don't even know where to start because you said just too much of, things that make so much sense, deep sense.
Thank you.
And I don't know why many people can't just catch it. I mean, you go to the church, they preach just little whatever to you, Jesus Christ is Lord, it came from, you just catch it, doom. Muhammad is from, you just catch it. Why can't you just catch your own freedom, what they are preaching to you?
Independent mind, to be able to at least process information at your disposal. We are humans,
man, you understand? Look at, you said so much since 2 days ago, like as in Obafemi Awolowo, whatever. Man, this thing is just more like, I don't even know. Some people say it's spiritual. I don't even know. It looks as if the rice they give to these people and the beans they give to them, they do some spiritual, whatever into it.
Well, people believe that there's some level of spiritual back end because this can't just be ordinary. But Baba,
it does not look ordinary, my brother. It does not look ordinary.
It will be ordinary, Baba.
My brother, I understand.
Go on.
Anyway, you said Obafemi Awolowo routine is whatever, and he said so much. One Nigerian has come. You understand? And you can't. The problem we have with many people in Nigeria right now is they use poverty to cover their shamelessness. But my brother, no be poverty. No talk the truth.
It's more. There's more.
You understand?
It's part of it too. But I'll let you finish, Larry. Go on.
Yeah, it is more of lack of education, just like Baba Awolowo said. This thing is not really poverty.
Not all.
We know poverty is there, but lack of education. And to be educated, whoever it is that is educated. Some people are in the university and they are still not educated.
I know.
As to the reason why they have to be free. You understand what I'm saying? So this goes a long way into being educated, both normal formal education and the normal, the freedom education. You understand what I'm saying? Like Baba Awolowo said, and the northern side of the country, they've done so much, damage to that northern part. And I wish it is deliberate. I wish, just like you said, I wish, and I know Baba Awolowo will be wishing the same too right now, that he wished he never tried to make one Nigeria stand. Like, I've done so well in my own region.
This is us now trying to kind of, when they say like, when you're having their free thoughts, right, about everything, right? Then you'll be like, Awolowo wrote it down that he regretted. He wrote it down. He said,
Yeah.
I regretted attempting. So then in my own word, I'm like, what if Baba used the same energy that they used in getting self-rule for us in 1957, right? Use that same energy that they used to get us independence. Use that same energy, right? To solidify Yoruba base, Yoruba land, and push us to independence, Yoruba nation. Like, maybe Baba himself would have thought about this at some point, like, man, we should have done that too.
Yeah, of course. That was the reason why he wrote that word. That was the reason why Baba wrote the word vividly in his own
memo,
thing, that he regretted. He not only regret. Oh, for you to regret, it has taken some kind of deep and critical thinking.
Of course.
Process.
Back and
before
forth,
you regret
the rest
an action.
What did we do wrong? What did I do wrong? Did I do something wrong?
So you would have sat down and thought about it critically and deeply before you regret. See, Nigerians are not regretting now. You understand? The only reason why they say they regretted voting Buhari in now is because they have started killing them. Now they have started saying, I regret voting Buhari. Now, going back to all these Ogabelu, all these people that are, all these Ogabelu, all these actors and actresses, it is a shame that the so-called people will look up to. Not me, anyway. Many people look up to. I don't look up to those idiots.
No, they are part of our childhood now, Baba. That's the only thing. We know that we're really looking up to them. Is that these guys,
we just like them.
We
just like them. Let's use that word.
Go on.
Yeah, we just liked them, and these so-called people were liked, and we felt like, oh, they are good people in the society, and they are using their influence. Their screen influence on us, not knowing that these people are a bunch of idiots. If you respect yourself, they will respect you.
Yes.
If you don't respect yourself, they no go respect you. It is simple now. Now, Obasanjo they come at the talk say he regretted choosing Atiku. Man, forget.
Not today.
You cause no be total. You say you want to tell them now. Who you the bobo now with the food? Why I go just come outside? I go just talk one thing. I go say all of us be food.
Mumu, let me God bless you. Like I go sit down here now. Person where I know in story, who can't they talk? Like say he care about me, and I go come sit down there. They do I decrease. Now today,
now just like this Tinubu guy now. Why you so why you being sentimental? Why Yorubas being sentimental about this case? Yoruba. Is it by force that Yoruba man should become the president?
And
even
if we have now that one. Tell us.
Is it that kind of Yoruba man that we should present? Don't we have is Showore not a Yoruba man? If really you guys are talking about Yoruba man, why are you sidelining it? Why are you sidelining it? Because he doesn't have money to throw around. That is not, that is just it. Nigeria, especially Yoruba land, it is what it is now because the Yoruba leaders decided to choose what the Northerners did. Get it? They decided to do the exact thing Baba Awolowo was saying the Northerners are going to regret doing. Yes, our leaders have decided deliberately to do the same. That's why you see many Agberus in our land now. That's why you see many people. All these Agberos, they have handwork.
It's intentional all of them. Larry, Baba. I mean, I tell people, I say, listen, the system that allowed people to be out of school or jobless people who are even graduate to end up as Agbero, bus driver, conductors, and the rest of them hustling to make ends meet, right? That system is deliberate.
Of course, it's a deliberate act. It's a deliberate and wicked act.
They limited them into those areas, and you'll be shocked to see so many graduates who are actually like working in that aspect. But the aspect is not just for them to hustle. It is a social conditioning. They are still going to turn out to what they want them to be in the future, right? Which is completely different from what they thought they would become when they were going to school. It's sad though, but it's a reality, and it is deliberate. I'll keep saying it. Everything that happened to us is deliberate.
Yeah, it is deliberate. It is deliberate, and it is sad, just like you said, you know. And I thank God that these actors are now showing their useless faces, how useless they are, and how stupid they are, you know, to be considered role models.
Yeah.
Anybody that is choosing all these people as role models now should see that it's a shame to choose such people as your role model.
Larry, you remember some
because
of those actors and
they are
actresses
beggars.
that died recently? Did you see their images? Eh? Did you see them on social media in the last time of their lives? These were people that we thought were doing fine.
Yes.
They were doing fine in their life. They had jobs.
I'm not going to. Yes, exactly. I'm not going to blame anybody for contributing for them.
That's what I'm saying.
I
just want them to know,
you know,
that
but for
they
me,
made their bed.
You know, I just keep looking like, man, is it worth it? You know, is it worth it? Like, you guys are campaigning for all these bad people, all these drug barons. Drug baron. Drug cocaine pusher. You are campaigning for such people, and you are saying is the one that can do it. Well, like I said, these people, if you look at the class of all those Yorubas actors that said even if they claim that they are educated, they don't have any education. That is it. You understand? So, you know, when you look at Tinubu I think that was 2 days ago or 3 days ago, when he was talking to his court, his Hausa counterpart, his court, he said something. Yes, he said something that I want people to note, to take note of. He said he wants to make Nigeria a country where they and themselves and their children will be proud of. He did not say the children of the masses. He said, exactly. Go and play that video again, please. He said, I want to make Nigeria. That means it is all about them.
It is.
Yes, it is all about them. It's not about you guys. So why are you guys killing each other? Why you guys?
Should we write it in a board, put it and tie a rope to it and tie it into our own neck and be showing people that this whole thing is about them. It's not about you. Choose your battle.
Yes, it's about them. You are just a cow. You are just like Buhari said. You are just a dot in a circle. They don't care about you. The only time they care about you is when election is coming.
Yeah, when they want to validate their charade, they will say, hey, "Come here, you need to. It's your right." I'm on a story. Larry,
you understand?
Another one before we call it.
Yeah, my brother.
Nice one.
Thank you so much, man. Thanks. Maiyegun, ọ̀rọ̀ pé ti jẹ́ o, ọ̀rọ̀ di hun. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí fẹ́lá ti sọ, ọ̀rọ̀ pé ti jẹ́ ọ̀rọ̀ di hun. That's it. Thank you, my brother. God bless you.
Stay safe,
and God bless everyone.
Thank you very much, sir.
All right.
So I'll take another one. Here we go. Hello there.
Abba.
Oh, brother. Salam alaikum.
Wa alaikum salamu. Maiyegun.
How are you today?
I'm doing okay, Maiyegun. How are you doing?
Aiki.
Sanne da aiki yau waya a kake a jin daɗi.
Alhamdulillah. Yaya mata yaya.
Suna lafiya, mata yara duka suna lafiya.
Lafiya ko
lafiya kalau lafiya. Lafiya dukansu generally dukansu.
Ask me anything, just stop. Continue, please. You see, that one flew well. You see, I like it when it flows well, right? But you always start asking me something, so please don't ask. Ahmed, how are you?
No, the more I ask, the more you grab it.
I get lost because you ask me
that's how you go.
One. Instead of you to ask me like Sonu, Yaya, you know all those stuff. I say
Yaya, you don't grab with that now. One, we will get there. Maiyegun.
Ahmed, you joined the program tonight, so it's good to have you, Baba.
Yes. I really want to talk to most of the Yorubas. Say the Southerners, not just the Yorubas, but the Igbos, and even some of the Hausas that understand Yoruba. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
This thing is not about, because sometimes when I read comments, I see the way some people come on, like the way they type, just exactly what you've talked about, the bigotry and trying to gaslight one person for another person.
Yeah, people should stop hiding behind, because a Yoruba man, defending Tinubu, says something about the Igbos, then you as an Igbo man, then you are saying, I'm only responding to what they said about us. Listen, you are only speaking bigotry. These guys, deal with them as they are and address them as Tinubu boys. They don't represent me. They don't speak for me. Ahmed, help me.
Of course. So, you know, someone was, because of my story and everything on Facebook, when I post most of my insults just directly to Tinubu and the rest. And someone was like, you that you are a Yoruba, this, blah, blah, blah. I said, come, see, I'm a Yoruba, doesn't, even Atiku, if he enter, I go insult him. That one, no concern me because I'm a Yoruba. Me, what I'm doing right now, I'm trying to speak for my own language, which I am. I am trying to tell you guys that I am not a one Nigeria, like you all used to think. And there is nothing wrong with that. I am owning and I'm claiming who I am. That's why I'm speaking, because Atiku does not affect me. Yes, I might be having properties in the north. I might be having my parents living in the north. But if everything breaks up, if they want to still live there, they will live there and they will pay their taxes. And if they want to go back home, they are free to go back home.
Absolutely.
But I cannot, because we have property, we have this, we have that in the north, and I'll be supporting something that is killing innocent people. No, that's madness. That is pure madness. And for those of people, because when I used to grow up, Maiyegun, there are a lot of things that if you talk about it, I'll just reason and say, wait, Maiyegun never had that chance of even living in the north. Why is it that most of the things you talk about, these are the exact things I grew up with?
It's our childhood.
See,
our childhood, same way your parents back then felt comfortable to move up north, right? Settle down, live among other people. So were other people who moved up north, down south, to live with us. I grew up with all these faces. I know my childhood friends. I know Gubeda. I know Taye. I know some of these boys who were born in Odogbolu, right? And I grew up with them. So when I talk about how things have changed and how we have become what we are now, you can relate easily. A lot of people can relate with my story and all this.
I can relate it easily.
Don't be surprised. Go on.
I can relate it easily. But you know, I want to talk to people who don't really have that experience. Let me tell you, Maiyegun.
Tell us.
When we was growing up, there is this thing that, like, in my area, if we go, because I used to Yoruba, not more than like 3-4 years back. That maybe I meet some of them somehow like that. But like years back, and maybe like 20 years, and that's how we grew up. But
I've not told anybody here.
You see, so I went into Dagba. If you listen to my Hausa is so clear that you cannot differentiate and say, Ashe Yoruba lele ni Hausa abibao. But any to ba mommy, no mani Yoruba ni. But any to ba mommy, they don't really know if I'm a Yoruba. Because when we are playing or you're doing our things, we just flow. So Toba so if they want to say something, they'll be like, Odudu was one. Then if they say that to me, I feel insulted. Yeah, I feel insulted. Like, why are you insulting me? Like, it got to a time like I'm trying to not to claim a Yoruba.
Like they are making you an outsider way back then.
Yeah.
But even though you are like an insider, or you still feel offended because if you wanted to be in, well, you know better now anyway.
But you know, one thing I appreciate is I would always appreciate my dad. My dad did a lot in making us stick to our language, because in our house, my mom really doesn't understand Hausa, like Hausa on clear ben tobansa titi deni tobansa Hausa wole pa we, but tone accent one you already know she's a Yoruba. But my dad, he understands Hausa, but he cannot say it. He has lived over 40 years. Over 40 years. living in the north. So if we are speaking with my mom, Taban Sausa Bubu Amama Sausa Man Yoruba more all those kind of things.
Like mix
when our dad comes like this, see that you about labor. Next thing, Demago, if you say, Che Ori Bobo you te made a lady te saw all those kind of things. So Tabatin Sausa Tabati that you will quickly switch to Yoruba. We feel like we are disowning our own language, how important it was to us. But you see, over the years, Timothy like I began to understand a lot of things.
Making sense.
Over years, Maiyegun close to 14 years now. Timothy live outside Nigeria. Moti understand a lot. So when I tune into your platform, like there were some things I just recall. I understand, but I just recall. It takes me back, memory lane. Say, it's what Maiyegun is saying is just exactly.
Like it will be brief, but we just like a history of like about 4 or 5 years matched together, playing out in your head within just first 10 seconds. And then you start kind of feeling like, man, nostalgia.
Yeah. You see, you can be a professor, you can be a doctor, you can be whatever you want to be in Nigeria. But as long as you are not speaking reality, you're not talking about the real problem. All you're talking about is how to go and get a leader, how to go and join a political party, or how to do the Marco you are not intelligent than me. If you cannot think straight, you are not intelligent than me. I tell people straight up, I say, forget a doctor, forget a professor. As long as he's aligning with this criminal, forget, I am more intelligent than him.
Absolutely.
For me to understand,
People who claim to be educated, but they are cunning, lying, and trying to be politically correct. They are more dangerous than people that came and said, I'm going to do this to you. I'm going to deal with you. So you can possibly know the place of somebody who says, oh, this is what I'm going to do to you, than people who are trying to be politically correct, trying to tell you that
of course
what you are seeing as white is not really white. There is some level of black in it. When you are like, well, I can see white.
Yeah.
No. They are more dangerous.
And you know Maiyegun, Motije over the years, Motije ki àwọn èèyàn, like my own family, Motije come up with, gbogbo anytime tí n bá wálé tán máa ní o má dé ọ̀dọ̀ máa ní kò sí nǹkan tẹ́nibọ̀dí lè fi mí ṣe máa dé bẹ́ẹ̀ kò sí nǹkan tó fẹ́ ṣẹlẹ̀ wọ́n fẹ́ tọ́ba fọwọ́ ra mi lórí tọ́ba fọwọ́ ra mi lórí tí n bá padà síbi tí mo kò ní kí n má ṣiṣẹ́ tí mo fẹ́ ṣe kò ní kí n má rówó tí mo fẹ́ wọ̀ bí èèyàn dá bill lásán it will push me out to go and work and pay my bills. So tell me, how can someone's cause be anybody's cause? Can those beliefs? That is just one of those things that Nigeria have built you to understand that someone can make you go become impoverished or poor or whatever. Nobody can make you poor. No. Nobody can make you poor. But the same system that you are practicing in that land has made you poor. Your imams, I'm a Muslim.
Speak on.
I'm a Muslim. But the imams, some of them that you listen to, I used to tell people, I say, if an imam will not come and tell me, Quran says, this says, and you are saying it without bringing in some kind of like some kind of lies in it, go straight. Yes. Maiyegun, let me tell you, most of the things that you see that they will say Quran, but most of the madness that you see that some of them bring in, those are the hadiths. Some of them they bring in hadiths say. But if you go to the Quran, there are some things that the Quran say, which is just like that. Okay, 72 it is one of those hadith because someone said this, that
who are not Muslim, Ahmed. Hadith is
you understand? Hadith just
expatiate who read the, his own meaning.
No. We can believe in hadith, but not. They will tell you that hadith came and it is being narrated by Buhari or this or that person. No, they are just giving what they experienced then, but it is not necessarily means the word of God. No, it's just like translation of what things that happened. But the Quran is the main lead. which if you go and look at the translatory Quran, you can read it. English translation, you see that it is all about story of this person, story of that person. The Quran says this, the Quran says that. It's narrating how to live life, how to be this, that, you know. But when you're too complicated, because that is where some people make their own living from.
It for their own agenda for centuries now.
And it is not just Nigeria. It is not just Nigeria. Mo sọ fún wọn lé, mo máa ń sọ fún wọn lé pé ẹ wò mi ò kí ń gbàdúrà kí n tó sanwó-olé, mi ò kí ń gbàdúrà kí n tó rómi mu, mi ò kí ń gbàdúrà kí n tó rówó ná. Gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ ń gbàdúrà sí ní ẹ̀jẹ̀. Ọlọ́run á fún wa níjọba tó dáa. Ọlọ́run á fún wọn níjọba tó dáa tẹ́ ń gbàdúrà fún gbogbo yẹn. Irọ́ ni gbogbo ẹ̀, lórí irọ́ ni. Lórí irọ́ ni. Lórí irọ́. System tẹ́ bá ní system gidi kò gbogbo àdúrà yẹn kò necessary. Nídìí ẹ̀ gbogbo àwọn ẹni tẹ́ ń tẹ̀lé yìí tẹ́ àdúrà
kọ́lọ̀ jẹ́ kó sanwó wa lóṣù yìí, kọ́lọ̀ jẹ́ kó múná wa, kọ́lọ̀ jẹ́ kí àwọn hospital yẹn ṣí lé ní, kọ́lọ̀ jẹ́ irú tí máa fi sanwó.
Àdúrà tẹ́ máa gbà ní pé àdúrà tẹ́ máa gbà ní pé Ọlọ́run ẹ fún wa lẹ́mìí gúngún o, kọ́lọ̀ dá àwọn ọmọ wa sí o, kẹ́mi mi fún àlàáfíà gidi o. But àlàáfíà ó kọ̀ dàbí pé kébi máa pààyàn, kébi máa pààyàn, kéèyàn yẹn wá wà nínú ilé kó máa rúnú mọ́lẹ̀. Wọ́n máa ní pé Ọlọ́run ibi ń pa mí, Ọlọ́run ibi ń pa mí. O ò make effort kankan o, òun rúnú mọ́lẹ̀ nínú ilé, ibi ń pa ẹ́. Tó bá jáde síwájú ilé ẹ̀ tó ń rúnú mọ́lẹ̀, at least someone will pass, look at your face and be like, bọ̀bọ̀ yìí, what's wrong now? Bọ̀bọ̀ ibi ń pa mí ni, ó yá gba 100 naira, gba 200, yìí kò wá nǹkan jẹ. At least you made an effort. You step outside your comfort just to, give an action so that someone can give you help. But jókòó síbì kan, you are calling God. You never took any action, and all the actions you take, those are the same actions you have been taking for long that have been taking you 1,001 back, and you are expecting a different result. They
said doing again and again is a symptom of insanity, isn't it? So
and let me even tell to our Yoruba brothers, let me tell you, there is no way. There are a lot of people out there, but I swear to no, there are people like me, but there is no way you can understand the North more than people like us that was born there over 30 years. That we grew up in those places. We still have our families there. We still live there. We still have everything there. We mingle with. There is no way you can tell me about a Northern. I'll just look at you and I'll laugh. I don't hate Northerners, and I tell them to their face, I don't hate you people. But let's be realistic here. This is
there must be boundary.
Boundary, but one Nigerian
that is not a wrong thing to say.
One Nigerian power, and we need to dismantle Nigeria. Until you understand this, you will continue to fall into deep shit.
God bless you, Ahmed.
Tony my Yoruba don't the lost, but I try bring them back.
I don't go so full bell. Yeah,
if Tinubu cannot save you, he cannot save you. Yoruba nation, one Nigeria is a scam. Nigeria is unreal. It's a failure. The more the fast you realize that, then you are safe. Maiyegun, you have a wonderful one.
I will, and you too, Ahmed. It's a pleasure talking to you. That's Ahmed. There, I have another caller on the line. I saw Princess earlier. She's run away again, or ran into the comment section. Hello there.
Good evening, Maiyegun.
Good evening, Baba. How are you?
I do okay on the low.
Yeah. How you doing?
Ahmed
I mean, you won't listen to tonight's program and somehow never want to talk like Ahmed too, because we are talking about our own reality scene, Baba. Reality so choose your poison. So when you choose it, don't blame others. That's the point. Don't turn around later and say, I want to no. I want to tell you call you poison team one year. I want actresses, actors to campaign for call you. poison títí wọn nìyẹn but ẹ jẹ́ ká sọ ká là ó Clemo.
Nigeria can never work. It can never work. Orílẹ̀-èdè Yorùbá nation. Orílẹ̀-èdè Biafra. Àjòkúta mọ́mọ́ mi. Orílẹ̀-èdè Àrẹwà. Ìyẹn ni orílẹ̀-èdè tí gbogbo wa bá wà ní orí 6 states ní bẹ́ẹ̀ Yorùbá. We can all understand each other, right? We can all communicate. Anika, for example, right now, in our House of Assembly or Senate, make them just talk, say, okay, today in the Senate House, we are not speaking English. What's going to happen? We are not speaking English today in the House of Assembly. We are not speaking English today in the legislative. We are not speaking English today in the court of law.
Everybody speak their own language at the National Assembly. Baba, they don't hear themselves. You know that. That's where they will Nigeria, yeah, she go tell you, your English here, Dano. Like it clear.
No English. So if they talk, oh yeah, dialect, voilà, bad day. So, I mean, we already know it. This thing is not going to work. That's why it still keeps bothering me. Or what is a big wonder that you still see some fools claiming he called Maiyegun and Maiyegun Olobuku. Yes, and there are still some fools still supporting that. Baba, if you saw what that idiot wrote from that comment section, that Maiyegun is not being real. Wọ́n ló bí ọmọ aláwọ̀ mi mo bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí wò pé ṣé ìràwọ̀ ọ̀tẹ̀ yìí ṣé ìràwọ̀ ọ̀tẹ̀ yìí torí pọ̀ ń support Tinubu ọwọ́ ń sọ nǹkan mi kí ló kàn wá àtọmọ Maiyegun.
Wọ́n ní Igbo nìyá mi àbí kó jẹ́ bàbá mi ní Igbo. Ìyẹn àwọn ọmọ ìrankíran àwọn ọmọ olórí ibú elébi orí social media.
Kọlu.
Káwọn èèyàn sọ pé wọ́n tó tẹ̀lé Tinubu ń kọ ìyá ẹ̀ Igbo ni o, bàbá ẹ̀ Igbo ni o. Ǹjẹ́ àwọn ọmọ tó wá jẹ́ pé bàbá wọn Yorùbá, ìyá wọn ibòmíì, màmá wọn Yorùbá, bàbá wọn ibòmíì, sọ àwa sọ wọ́n di wọn ṣọmọ ọmọ nìyẹn àbí lórí àwọn olórí burúkú. Sọ́nà ọ̀rọ̀ tribal kìíní yìí iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ àwọn ti Tinubu ni.
Àwọn
lórí burúkú kọ̀ọ̀kan ló máa sọ pé bí ó ń ṣe Yorùbá nítorí Tinubu o àwọn ọmọ ìrankíran àwọn ọmọ ìrábìjì
sọ́bẹ̀ èkó Tinubu
àwọn ọmọ ìrankíran ìkọlù sọ pé bí ó ń ṣe Yorùbá o but Clemo listen.
ṣèbó ni àfáà tó sọ̀rọ̀ láìpẹ́ lórí kìnìtẹ̀ sùn láìpẹ́ tó wọ́n lọ yàlágbà sápá kọlu yàlágbà sápá ọ̀sẹ̀ bọ́bọ̀ Ọ̀ṣun ní gbogbo ara mọ̀ gbogbo nǹkan tó bẹ nípa kọlu fèkì ni. Every goddamn shit about this dude is all fake. Every goddamn shit is all fake. So every Kenyan tó ń claim rí kó wá rule ìlú tó jẹ́ pé fake originally. Nigeria itself is fake, and you're now bringing a fake president. So now, how do you expect it to work? It's impossible. So I think this povertization àbíbó ní ṣe sọ báyìí kí wọ́n ṣe ìbò jẹ kí n má gẹ̀yìn ìbò òwú mi sọ mọ́.
Tó bí àwọn ọ̀nù káwọn kan sọ Yorùbá kan mix ẹ̀ pọ̀ bá ṣe ní mix òyìnbó pọ̀.
Ẹsẹ̀ wá ní sọ̀rọ̀ sí ẹ wá máa wo nǹkan tó ṣe wọ́n fẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ ní excuse pé EFCC ó máa arrest ẹ tó bá gbélé fún yahoo boy. Sẹ́yìn kọ́ lẹ sọ wọ́n di yahoo boy nígbà tí bá graduate mo graduate látòrí yìí mi ò níṣẹ́ tí mo mọ̀wé bàjẹ́ mi ò sì níṣẹ́ kí ni lọ́pọlọ mi fún ìlọ sókun náà ń ṣe wáyà nígbà gbogbo àwọn musician wa náà ó sọ pé àbókí wáyà kó o ní gànmọ́ náà ṣé mi ní ṣe wáyà ni mo ráwọn ọ̀rẹ́ mi tó ń gun Mercedes tó ń gun gbogbo ẹ̀ wọ́n á sọ pé káwọn ẹni tó bá kọ̀ bàbá àgbàlagbà ń ṣe àwọn dádì wa tó kọ́lé 4-5 wọ́n á fẹ́ rent ilé fún yẹn wá ní don't rent it for yahoo boy EFCC will arrest the owner of the house jail them. Ìgbà wo náà Nàìjíríà wà contradictory.
Ní Dubai wọ́n arrest landlord.
Kẹ̀kọ́ Abba Kyari kọ́ sagbúrò rẹ̀ mọ́ ni. Abba the tailor. You know, I mean, the laws coming out, bẹ́ẹ̀ náà wọ́n sì ṣe ban Twitter. Bẹ́ẹ̀ náà wọ́n sì ṣe lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ dáradára létí ìdúró pé ó yẹ kó ti develop. Yoruba was already a nation.
years ago. The first Yoruba lawyer was 1871.
Bless you.
So what are you telling me? We've already gone so far, even ahead of the British, ahead of the Europeans. So far, Yoruba was already a nation because before the British came and colonized us and things they taught us, and the major thing they did was they eradicated our language.
That's what they did.
Well, they can't so bad. They are not so Yoruba. Mo jẹ gba bàjẹ́ secondary school. Mo sì gbé ìbòjú ju tíṣà lọ. Mo gbé ìbòjú o lọ. Toro máa jẹ́rìí ni mi, a máa ń kawọ́ star, a máa ń kàwé lójoojúmọ́. We read, we were extremely educated, the whole family. Ṣùgbọ́n Yorùbá ẹ̀ ló máa ń bẹ lọ́kàn mi. So now, I mean, this thing is so irritating to the extent like sometimes you feel so inferior.
Because they
in the real sense of it,
that's the point.
Yeah, and in the real sense of it, you are more educated than those who should. Who is teaching me? You know? So, I mean, yeah, me too, Sally. Bugana only Naija nìkan nìyẹn ti lè buga. Ibi báyìí 2021 Benz ló wà. Ẹ̀ǹkùlé mi wọ́n ti ń ṣe Benz. Kò ń ṣe rọ́nà ẹ̀ǹkùlé mi wọ́n ti ń ṣe Benz.
2022 tó bá ń wọ̀n lọ́la tó bá ti wo finance yẹ.
I'm telling you what is said.
Baba lè afford to 600 euro. Ọ̀gbẹ́ lọ́la ọjà tí a rọ̀bà ni.
Tiaroba, they are sending me email. Daimler man send me email. Picking what else to what I say. Kò tí ì sí tuntun lẹ́yìn ti tèmi tẹ́mi wà series mò ń wà. So mo tún ní taxi méjì. Taxi one be by Benz wọ́n fi ṣe taxi. So ẹnì kan máa torí pé máa lọ ṣe ritual. Ó máa ra bẹ́ẹ̀ torí G-class.
Torí mọ́tò.
Ilé ayé ti dàrú time tí wọ́n mi wá ti jẹ́ teacher.
Ẹ pamọ́ lọ́wọ́ dànù ẹni tẹ́lẹ̀ fẹ́ ra Benz. Ìlú ọ̀hún náà dẹ̀ làwọn
ìgbà tí ìyá mi jẹ́ teacher. Exactly. Ìgbà tí ìyá mi jẹ́ teacher. Ṣèbí wọ́n máa ń fún wọn jàpá, wọ́n fún wọn pijó tí wọ́n ṣe Sókótó láyé ìgbà yẹn. Wọ́n mọ̀ sanwó èso mẹ́sì.
14 naira 50 kobo ní o. Mo ní nígbà tó dé stage kan ló di 45 naira àbí 42 naira 50 kobo mi mọ̀ tí tó gbé fáwọn màmá títí yín bẹ̀ o Clemo. Mo rántí mo ní receipt bàbá mi lọ́wọ́ o.
Ọkọ̀ tẹ́mi fi kọ́ mọ́tò mi wà.
Go on, baba.
Exactly, ọkọ̀ tẹ́mi fi kọ́ mọ́tò tí mo ń wà tí mo fi kọ́ mọ́tò. 1984 bàbá mi ra mọ́tò Peugeot 504. He bought it 3,800 naira. Can you imagine all the, I mean, see, we shouldn't lie to each other. Nigeria was a good country before.
It was.
But even as at that time that we are claiming it was a good country, there was still fuel scarcity.
Sadly.
That means we are not moving forward. We can never move forward. It's impossible. Ani Ọlọ́run dáríjì mi ò kí Jésù dé kó wá rúlu Èkó kó wá rúlu Nàìjà kò lè dá. It's impossible.
Ìṣerú arrangement tó wà yìí sẹ́ káyé tanra wá jáde.
With the 1999 constitution, what would you do? Yeah. Èló ni one euro called check it today 1 euro to 1 naira. 1 euro coins ni 1 euro kékeré báyìí owó wèrè.
I think it's currently about 600 and something, maybe it's around
631, Baba. 631.
631 to 1.
631. Exactly. So kò sí nǹkan mo máa sọ kò sí irú mọ́tò tẹ́ anybody fẹ́ rà lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ tó máa jọ mí lójú kò jẹ́ Davido kò jẹ́ Wizkid kò jẹ́ Burna Boy. Tó fà tó ń gbé lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ tó yẹ pé scarcity of life. Even gan o tún wá fẹ́ ra epo sí jẹnẹrẹ o tún rówó epo. O tún wà ní under insecurity. O wà lọ ra Lamborghini lọ́nà tí ò ta. So what, are you fooling yourself?
Kọ́ bàbá tó tomi sínú mọ́tò fún ẹ, àbó kì í kà yẹn ni bàbá. Àbí kan da tẹ́gùn sínú mọ́tò fún ẹ tá padà náà kẹ́ńjì tí wàá padà dá mọ́tò sí padà síbi tó ti rà á nígbà tí gbogbo ẹ bá ti.
Thank you. What about a country tí wọ́n ti ń ronú renewable energy? Tí wọ́n ti ń ronú different things. Wọ́n ti ní plans till 2050. Yoruba nation will get there, and we will have all these plans because we are more experienced. We have seen a lot of things. We have a lot of experiences. We know how governorship should be like. òun ṣe bó ń ṣe wá bálabàlá rádaràda wọ́n mọ gbá wa síbi gbá wa sọ̀rọ̀ láì ṣe table tennis sọ̀rọ̀ búkú làwọn pípọ̀ yìí ni they've been playing out for so long and right now we see all the same goddamn shit and that thing is so sickening like baba you know everyone now gbogbo nǹkan tí ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ojoojúmọ́ wọn ń pààyàn náà kí ló dé tí bàbá Sunday Igboho má dá sọ láti tó ṣe bínú tán téèyàn wọ ìkẹwù tó wọ gbogbo àdó ẹlẹ́gbà ẹ̀rẹ́ tó gbọ́lógbó lọ tó lọ bá tẹ́kì gẹ̀gẹ̀ bàbá no sorry I'm sorry man if you keep going on it's gone and all. ẹ má bínú bá àrùjà yìí ní wọ́n ṣe yín wọ́n sì lè bí mi wàláì ó dà
Thanks, Baba. So I'll take one more call, then we can call it a night, okay? Hello, sir.
Hello, how are you?
I'm very well.
Ẹ kú ọjọ́ mẹ́ta, ṣàlàáfíà ni. Ṣáwọn ọmọ mi ń ṣeré.
Trouble ni ó yẹ kẹ́ sọ pé ṣáwọn ọmọ yín ń trouble mi dáadáa, mi ò rórun sùn dáadáa mọ́.
Trouble.
Mi ò rórun sùn dáadáa kí n má parọ́ so tí bá parọ́ fún yín pé tí bá sọ fún yín pé very well very fine yàtọ̀ sí pé wọ́n wà lálàáfíà àti dúpẹ́.
Bówó náà ṣe yọ dádì àti mọ́mì lẹ́nu nìyẹn o.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ náà bọ̀ tá tiẹ̀ wá.
Payback ni o. Ó tẹ̀kẹ̀ báàkì ni o.
Máa ló máa kọ́ tọ̀dọ̀ mi sílẹ̀ tó bá dé àsìkò tí lélà tí tiwọn náà ń gbà táwọn bá fẹ́ complain kọ́lọ̀ fún alẹ́ mi tó gbà wọn létí pé.
Nǹkan tó máa sọ fún wọn nìyẹn pé ìwọ náà ó pay ẹ̀ báàkì ni o because níbi táyé dé dúró yìí a gbọ́dọ̀ ní ká má bímọ mọ́ torí ká má bàa rí ìyọnu àwọn ọmọdé o.
Experience tó tiẹ̀ dá ní ma ká má parọ́ fún yín ṣùgbọ́n kò easy.
Wonderful.
Oorun mi yẹn mo máa rò pé kò sẹ́ni tó lè bá mi challenge ẹ̀ oorun yẹn máa ń di nǹkan tó gbé nínú ilé tó bá ti kó pé mo ti fẹ́ lọ sùn bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn oyè yín sìn ó lè má ju bóyá kọ̀ wọ́n pọ̀ ta ló ń jẹun tájá ń jùrù níbi tí lélà ti pariwo tó bá pariwo ń gbà mí gan oorun tiẹ̀ ń kùn ẹ̀ gan wàá tají ṣáà ni.
Ó di dandan nǹkan tó ń pè lábíyamọ nìyẹn nǹkan tó ń pè lábíyamọ nìyẹn kó àtàárọ̀ pẹ̀lẹ́ Ọlọ́run á bá wa wò wọ́n o ọ̀tún mi á kún o.
Àwọn àdúrà kan wà tó jẹ́ pé.
Mo kú lẹ́ẹ̀gẹ́ ni mo ti mọ̀ pé òní ìṣàmì ẹ̀ òtíláko kí ló kù nígbà tí kò sí kẹta ọmọ.
ẹ jẹ́ kí n pàṣẹ ẹ̀ sáwọn èèyàn tó tún tọ́ ní ìdí ẹ̀ báyà wọn kúrò.
You are right but méjì wá lè lọ wá tó o bá ṣọ́ra o.
I'm very
tó bá lọ bí méjì.
bẹ́ẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ yìí sì máa wà very careful gan sìn gan ó dà pé máa wà very careful.
Please.
Because tó bá ṣẹlẹ̀ kò ń dé bá ní ká yẹrí màá ṣe mọ̀.
Kò náà tó bá ti ṣẹlẹ̀ ó ṣẹlẹ̀ nìyẹn kò dẹ̀ má fẹ́ ṣẹ ni.
Etí lé là ń ṣe yìí mi ò tí mo yóò ṣù tó máa gbà wá so mi ò ní fẹ́ kí ẹ. Thank you so much.
Àdàrà pẹ̀lẹ́ bí aṣáláfíà ni ẹ kú iṣẹ́. Ṣé rí àwọn ará àbí àwọn amújómúyà tó lọ ń gbé bò lẹ́yìn àwọn ará bíbá oníjó ìyà eléré ìyà àwọn olórin ìyà. Wọ́n bọ̀ wá jẹ breakfast wọn ẹ lọ kọ sílẹ̀.
A kò ṣojú wa.
Ṣé à ń sọ báyìí pé kọ́dẹ̀yìn lẹ́yìn àwọn kinní burúkú tó ń pera wọn ní first class citizens tó kóra wọn jọ sí Nàìjíríà yìí. Tọ́ṣà ní Nàìjíríà làwọn fẹ́ ṣe yìí. Ẹ wọ́n á ṣe Nàìjíríà yẹn wọ́n á gbà o. Torí ńgbà tá a bá declare Yorùbá nation. Wọ́n á wá mọ̀ wípé Ọlọ́run lọ́ba. Kékeré dẹ̀ lójú wọn tí rí wìrìwìrì ni wọ́n ń gbọ́ wọ́n wá rí kéṣekéṣe bàbá kàṣàkàṣà orí wọn á wá pé ṣé wọn ò tí ì gbé kankan nínú àwọn fámìlì wọn ò dẹ̀ pa ẹnìkankan nínú wọn inú wọn ń dùn àbí àní ní kí bí ó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí wọn ṣùgbọ́n nígbà tó bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní kàn wọ́n bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
àwọn ń jẹ́ kó yé wọn pé ṣe rí nílí Ìjẹ̀bú wọ́n máa ń sọ nǹkan kan mà wọ́n ní àti kàlárẹ̀ para rẹ̀ ènẹ̀jọ ọ̀nù ìyẹn tó para ẹ̀ kéèsì so à ń jẹ́ kó yé wọn pé lóòótọ́ ni wọ́n ní right láti choose nǹkan tó fẹ́ ṣòye báyìí at the same time náà a fẹ́ kó yé wọn pé choice wọn kọ́ ó ní consequences o nígbà tí consequences yẹn bá dé kọ́ máa lọ di pé lágbájá ló dẹ̀ ní ká ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ irọ́ ọwọ́ yín lẹ fi fà o
No, one lọ́ta lé ló ń ṣàwọn gbà náà. Wọ́n lè ní ìyá. Wọ́n lè ní ìyá ilé ọ̀kan ni ò jẹ́ pé tó ń bínú sáwọn fámílì àwọn.
Káwọn gòkè nínú ẹgbẹ́ àwọn.
Ẹni ò dáwọn gòkè ní eré wọn tán ń ṣe. They are a bunch of disappointment to the Yoruba race.
Very sad.
Me I owe no one any apology. Ṣebí nígbà tí Ojúdé kò sọ́kọ́ yẹn bá wá sí New York bí báyìí ṣe báwa máa ń rí. Tá máa ṣe bí bẹ́gà kiri tá máa hibernate nínú àwọn flats àwọn tó jẹ́ junior ní wọn káàkiri.
Ṣé bàbá Suwe kì í wá sí London mà? Ṣé ó yẹ kí bàbá Suwe yẹn ló yẹ kó wá dẹni tó sick bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn? Abẹ́rẹ́ fọ́tò bàbá Suwe ní last days yẹn ní last moment yẹn. Bàbá Suwe kan náà omi dínà.
Ṣó ṣe gbọ́.
Ẹ̀rí bí tó sin òkú bàbá Suwe fúnra ẹ̀ sí ní Kòròdú. Ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn náà ni bàbá Suwe táwa mọ̀ lọ́dún 10 ọgbọ̀n ọdún sẹ́yìn. Anyway, kó ní kálukú máa ṣe jọ.
Kọ́ máa ṣe jọ. Wọ́n ń bọ̀ wọ́n á jẹ ṣúgà ẹ̀ wọ́n á mu tíì ẹ̀ pàápàá. Wọ́n á jẹ ṣúgà ẹ̀ wọ́n á mu tíì ẹ̀. Nǹkan tí ò tí ì yé wọ́n ń bọ̀ wá yé wọn. Wọ́n ní iná ilé lọmọ ehoro ń yágbẹ̀yìn.
Wọ́n máa padà yágbẹ̀yìn mà.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni o, iná ilé náà máa padà wá yágbẹ̀yìn. Because tá a bá ń sọ ń sìn, á dàbí wípé àwọn kìíní kan wọ́n dẹ̀ máa claim fáwọn àwọn wà educated. What is the education tó o ní tó o mọ right ẹ̀?
Irọ́ ni ẹ wò mà ẹ̀mọ̀ kan kọ́lọ́run má jẹ́ kí ibi tí oúnjẹ wa tó máa ti wá lálẹ́ ọ̀la àbí láàárọ̀ ọ̀la kọ́lọ́run máa fi sọ́wọ́ àwọn èèyàn kéèyàn báyìí. Kó má ti sọ́wọ́ àwọn ọ̀tá kó má ti sọ́wọ́ ọ̀ka ènìyàn bí àwọn ó máa ṣe o gbogbo wọn ló ń sọ́fà
ó máa ṣe o ó máa ṣe o
fídíò tán ní kọ́ máa ṣe yẹn wọn ní láti fún wọn lówó ọkàn máa ní láti wọ́n lè ní pé Tinubu ti gbé 20 million àbí 50 million fún Guild of Actors Association wọn láì jìnnà wọ́n máa tó máa faṣọ mọ́ yàrá
ṣó mọ̀ pé kò sí rọ́ńbẹ̀ 75 million tó lóhùn tí wọ́n ní kí wọ́n ti ń pè wọn ò tí ì rí kọ́bọ̀ ẹ̀ o lọ́wọ́ sórí ni. Ṣé báwo lèèyàn ṣe máa hùwà bí ẹni tí ọpọlọ ẹ̀ dàbí pé ó ti kó sí gọ́tà tó wá ń wá kiri àwọn ọlọ́pọlọ bọ́tọ̀ àwọn amukun mẹ́kọ̀ọ́.
àwọn ọlọ́pọlọ new moto new Instagram àwọn àgbàlagbà
bẹ́ẹ̀ni
káyọ̀ wá dẹni tó ṣe jójú ẹlẹ́yà
jójú ẹlẹ́yà máa sọ̀sọ̀kúsọ káàkiri ilẹ̀ fún hù anyway ó ń bọ̀ wá yé wọn tí ò yé wọn ń bọ̀ wá yé wọn and I'm so glad that you are able to make people speak and talk about all these things because nígbà tí wọn ò mọ̀ pé record là ń lé record ní pẹ̀lú gbogbo ohun tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí tó dẹ̀ tó bá dọjọ́ iwájú tó bá play it back fún wọn àwọn gan ò mọ̀ tí ìmọ̀ ń sìn pé àwọn fúnra wọn ti fọwọ́ kọ ìyà ara wọn lọ́jọ́ iwájú sílẹ̀ táwọn èèyàn náà máa yọjú nígbà tí nǹkan bá dáa tán tá a máa pè léèyàn.
Aṣojú wa mà ẹ jẹ́ máa wò wọ́n lọ. God bless you, my ẹ jẹ́ gbé lásìkò yẹn ó dà pé princess ti fẹ́ bá wa dá sí ká tó lọ sùn lálẹ́ yìí it's such a pleasure.
Ó dà bẹ́ẹ̀ God bless you and a wonderful night. All right, bye-bye.
Thank you so much, man. That's a good one from New York, a caller. So mo ní èèyàn kan tí ó pè for the last passage so ẹ ló ń bẹ̀ yẹn o.
Hello, Maiyegun.
How are you? So it's like you are so interested in calling in tonight, ma. Because usually when you try like 4 times, you just disappear. But tonight you seem to be so interested about Adasi. Princess.
Adasi púpọ̀ náà mẹ́. Wọ́n ti sọ èyí tó ṣe pàtàkì jù nínú gbogbo ẹ̀. Mo fẹ́ béèrè nǹkan kan ní bàbá because àwọn èèyàn kan mo ń ka kọ́mẹ̀ntì èèyàn kan then just reason náà he came up with something tó yẹ pé mo fẹ́ sọ pé àwọn èèyàn wà delusional because kí ni reason tí a sì ní referendum Maiyegun mi ò mọ bí tó ti ń gbọ́n pé a gbọ́dọ̀ ní referendum
you know. Kò dẹ̀ right. Right.
Oh, man, for many concern.
If you want to have your own country, nobody declares a country from the blues.
You cannot declare a country. But see, mommy agba talk with tonse abi auntie no. Talk with tonse Tony. I'ma declare lua. Le declare jack shit. You can't do that.
That's not how it works.
Le declare lu. Kò sí bẹ́ẹ̀ fẹ́ declare lu. Ẹ fẹ́ kó invade yín ni. Ẹ máa fún Fúlàní ní pé you see what is worth doing is worth doing right.
That's right.
Can't we? In fact, Just Reason made a comment to me and said something like Shane Batofa introduced Sharia in the north. She wants a referendum for, you know, it was right.
Sharia.
That is it.
It is so, an act of the parliament.
So people should get these things right because mi ò mọ bí tó ti ń wòran, mi ò mọ bí tó ń wò dé, mi ò mọ bí tó ti ń wò bọ̀. You understand what I'm saying? But let them know that 5 million petitions tí wọ́n sign yẹn kò ń ṣe referendum lẹ sign yẹn má jẹ́ káwọn èèyàn kó sí lórí, don't get it twisted. Yeah, Èkó ló ń pè bí get it right. I get that right. You can't, we can't be doing a back and forth, lórí kíní. So, kí gbogbo akúṣẹ́ àwọn Bello.
Ẹ jẹ́ ká láyé wọn because Sherry Princess, you know, man, sọ̀rọ̀ imparable a lot. Check it. Our point they raise here, they are so vital because a lot of people know the fact about clarity lórí wọn. Check it.
Yeah.
Kò sẹ́ni tó máa ń declare a country lórí pé assign petition. That's number one.
Exactly.
Kò sẹ́ni tó máa ń declare a country simply because United Nations ó gba petition yín. Nobody does that. Declaring a country, le compare pẹ̀lú amalgamation tá sọ pé ó expire.
Lie. You're taking a country out of another country.
Mix it up. Yeah, ni o so láti rán wọn yan wa létí pé ṣé gbogbo ìta ti ṣe so far, they are pretty much like à ń fẹsẹ̀ tilẹ̀ lórí gbogbo nǹkan tó ṣì máa padà.
Yes.
And
yes. Tabaje come pé it is a process. Yeah, Tabaje come pé it is a process. Maiyegun, we it will take us a long way. We will go a long way. Tabaje kí wọ́n mọ̀ pé tí a bá gba Yoruba nation tán, kò ṣe lọ ṣe miracle ńbẹ̀, kò sí àga abracadabra ńbẹ̀. Tamanja, èèyàn gúgú onídèèyàn kúkúrú lójijì. We are not going to start. Kò ṣe miracle la fẹ́ lọ ṣe bàbá. We should let our people know ahead of time. I was traveling, with Oga, I think on Tuesday. Olonshoro, Nikorodu, we were going to a farm. Ni Ono Ikene Maiyegun. Maiyegun, if you see the amount of youth, tari oni obìnrin ò kí ń jáde fóró àbí. Èmi wà lórí títì lọ́jọ́ yẹn. Bàbá mi ò bo anything. Mo ò bójú kankan, kò sọ̀rọ̀ níta. Àgbèrò ló wà ń ta. Kò sí bíbí ṣe yàtọ̀ sí nọ́ọ̀tì mọ́ bàbá. Gbogbo àwọn ọmọ tó bí ní 1998, 1997, 1996, 99 sí 10 tàwa orí títì lọ́wọ́ Maiyegun wọn kàwé wọn ṣe anything. Àwọn wèrè mú àtòrí dání bí ẹ tó ṣépè fún ni.
Princess ń sọ̀rọ̀ orò báyìí torí Ọlọ́run. Orò ní orò gbogbo tẹ́ ń sọ pé ẹ rí yẹn.
Orò ṣe ṣáwọn àlùmájìrì lóró báyìí ni.
Bóyá pre-orò lẹ rí like before you get to the.
Pre-orò èmi ò róbìnrin títì.
Pre-orò ni.
Mi ò gba Maiyegun o. Olonshoro. Mi ò róbìnrin títì náà. On a very good day, ṣán lè lọ ń ṣòro lẹ́pẹ̀ẹ́ kí n dàyàdóró ẹ̀pẹ́ ni.
Ìyẹn náà mò ń wò ó pé.
Bó ṣe lọ igi ló mú dání wá gbowó lọ́wọ́ àwọn èèyàn. It was just a day off for touts to harass people.
Pre-orò nìyẹn, pre-orò ni. Tóró fún ẹ bá ń dún bọ̀.
It was just a day off láti harass àwọn èèyàn lórí títì wo ibi tí kọjá náà tó àwọn tó kàwé àwọn ọmọ 1999 àwọn ọmọ democracy wọ́n bà ìgbésí ayé Yorùbá nation jẹ́ gan tábà gbà tó so ẹ jẹ́ ká jẹ́ kó máa mọ̀ sílẹ̀ ẹ lè declare ìlú it is wrong tábà get ìlú tó it is a process gbogbo àwọn tí wìrìwìrì ń jà lọ́wọ́ wọn ẹni tó bá gbé wèrè dání kó gbé wèrè ilẹ̀ o ẹni tí egbò bá so mọ́ lọ́rùn kó jábọ́lẹ̀ kó fẹsẹ̀ ẹ̀tẹ́ kó pa á wìrìwìrì tó ń jà lọ́wọ́ gbogbo yín ẹ jẹ́ kára yín balẹ̀ tó bá gẹ̀ẹ́sì ìlú gan tán wo bàbá máa ní Red Army fact ni mo sọ lẹ́nu yẹn Red Army yẹn kò ní sí ọ̀ tó máa mọ̀ wọ́n kó lè o bá ṣe wérewère kọ́ gbé ẹ lọ kọ́ lọ ṣí ẹ bó ṣe ṣe ń ṣojú lọ́hùn man. So if you see the amount of people on the road.
When you mention referendum, right? People believe that.
Yeah.
How can you be mentioning referendum when you know that INEC is going to conduct the referendum? That's not true. You see, like we said, it's a process. A process of referendum start from the enactment of an act of the National Assembly to start with. That's why we are so surprised, or we are so sad, so to say, that those who are supposed to speak for us, I want to
yes,
process no lo ma process tó bá sọ pé Yorùbá fẹ́ lọ ṣe ní kíní o ẹ̀gbọ́n sìn process yẹn ló máa choose ta ló máa conduct referendum yẹn èmi ti participate ẹ̀ ń bí general election ní the
nǹkan táwọn èèyàn wa tiẹ̀ máa ń ṣe Maiyegun táwọn èèyàn wa máa ń ṣe ọmọ ń ṣe bí ẹ ń pé kó ṣẹlẹ̀ lénìí kí gbogbo á máa lọ ìjà tá à ń jà ó lè já àwọn ọmọ wa ló máa jẹ́ iṣẹ́ táwọn Fúlàní ṣe ni òfò táwọn bàbá wọn ti gbé sílẹ̀ látijọ́ ó ní gbogbo wọn tẹ̀lé tán ọ̀yà kúrò lọ́nà ọbẹ̀ yìí tó fi fẹ́ pa everybody tán àwọn èèyàn rá àwọn Fúlàní lórí títì ọ̀sọ̀ wọn lẹ́sẹ̀ lọ́yọ kámẹ́rà jáde lọ́ ṣe dáàmú àwọn tẹ́ ẹ kẹ́ kó sínú ilé kan kẹ́ fleet wọn pa everybody máa lọ ká má pàdé mọ́. ó bàbá yes bóyá máa jẹ́ nìyẹn bóyá máa jẹ́ nìyẹn àwọn èèyàn lè má pa àwọn èèyàn mi kí ká kàn máa wò wọ́n ká máa bóyin bí ẹ ń pé ọ̀dà zobo sínú nǹkan fún wa. We can't be doing that. We can't always slide that road. We can't be doing that.
We have a lot to do. And at the same time, Princess, thank you so much. So this is where we're going to draw the curtains, okay? Everyone, thank you so much for your time. So what Princess was saying there is this, right? There's so much happening. And having a country, in fact, I don't know if many of you know that, right? When it comes to the time that we are going to have the Yoruba nation generally, right? You're going to have a long campaign, a rigorous campaign to convince people. You see, all this campaign you are doing for PDP, APC, Peter Obi, and the rest of them, right? A referendum campaign is a complete different one. Totally Yorubas, totally Biafrans. If when the Biafrans have their own referendum, and guess what? No INEC, they conduct referendum. Bury that thought, okay? The process of a referendum that will eventually happen, if it eventually happens, is a process that is going to clear, we will be very clear on who are those who are going to conduct the referendum, what is the process of the referendum, and what is the effect of the breaking up after the referendum. All of these are processes that must be highlighted and cleared in a well-written edict, or what do you call that? Is it called edict or ethic or something? I don't know. Law. So that is what Nigeria don't want to have. And I've told you many times, okay? Some of you said you should just declare. Let's declare. You don't declare a country. You don't just declare. Of course, you may declare in your heart. I'm a Biafran. Yeah. But there's nobody. Yeah? Nobody. I don't know, some of you will love fantasy and delusion, okay? There's nobody that is going to stand up tomorrow and say, I'm declaring Biafra nation. That's not how it works. Even if that's what you want, okay? And there's nobody, no one can stand up tomorrow and say, I am declaring Yoruba nation. By tomorrow, all Yoruba people are now Yoruba nation. That's not how it works. Even if you fight war to declare a country, okay, it will still not stand. You will still have to end up on the negotiation table until every party agrees that indeed you are a country. So there's a long process. Referendum is the best part of it. It's just that Nigeria is a hell of a place, but don't think it's not possible. It is 100% possible. The people must want it. Channel it. As like I said, it is a process. But, you know, some of you are living in your own world. And sometimes you take offense. You abuse people who tells you how practicable or something is. You abuse them, you attack them because in your warped mind, Oduduwa nation should be declared tomorrow. Oh, we are already Yoruba nation. Okay. Is that not a deluded mind for anybody to wake up and say, Maiyegun, there's nothing to declare, there's no referendum again. We have already declared Yoruba nation. Are you not mad? That's what Princess is talking about. You are mad because you are still in Nigeria, right? Even if you declare this, we have declared that we are going to declare Biafra, you are stupid. You just don't know. Okay, nobody can declare any country just like that. So the process of it includes that when people are ready to demand for it, you either shut down a whole place and say, we want this, or you actually get the people that are going to do the job inside and say, this is what our people want. Either way, you must want it. And I say, you must all want it. So until we get to that point, yeah, let's keep the message alive until we make up the number. So I will see you some other time, by the way. Thank you for joining me tonight, for spending your time with me. Yeah, currently, referendum is not feasible in Nigeria. We know that. Listen, okay, some of you sometimes una they overreact in a way that makes you look like, yeah, you are not thinking, okay? We know referendum is not possible in Nigeria today because it is not part of their system. We know that Nigeria is killing people that speak out and demand for either Biafra or demand for Yoruba nation. That is what it is now, okay? But that doesn't mean that, you know, you declaring Biafra on social media or declaring Yoruba nation on social media or signing a petition or doing all of that as giving Biafra or will give you Biafra. That's not how it works, okay? So if you are not deluded, just know that, yeah, this is what it is now, okay? And then no matter how much Nigeria try to suppress and, you know, suppress this kind of request and then legitimate agitation, right? It is just a matter of time until one day you're going to wake up and you're going to see that the entire Nigeria is discussing the breakup of Nigeria, and you are going to fit into a role where you believe that you're going to help in making that happen. Now, all of what we have been doing all this while, you will consider them as the proper awareness that is needed to keep all of us in line towards what we all desire. For now, the whole atmosphere is not tenable. It's not conducive. It's not welcoming. We agree. You want it to be different, of course. We all want it to be different, but it's not. But nevertheless, yeah, it doesn't mean that it's going to be like that forever. I just thought I should have that to you for you. So the journey towards the Yoruba nation starts from the heart of those who want it, the Yorubas. For now, the same heart are divided. The majority are currently silent, so we need to get them out and make it count. I'll see you some other time. Anyway, take your time, like the video if you haven't. I'm going to see you some, I'm going to see you some other time. Take your time and you have a good night. Good night.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá ti ń darí fa. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Maiyegun máa wí. àní ẹ̀ súnra kí.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀ súnra kí.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o.